on my YouTube friends, comic book community, and everyone else out there. Welcome back to another episode of the Monday Night Jibber. Thank you for everybody that has been watching and following and sharing and liking and subscribing to my channel, Vincent McLean, the Comic Machine. Thank you very much. Big shout out to Adrian Panda Awesome right off the bat here. I'm just going to go ahead and put it out there. He just hit 500 subscribers. That is super awesome. Congratulations. And I just want to say thank you very much for helping to give me a little bit of a push and help get my subscriber count going a little bit. So Panda did a video where he did a call out for hashtag Grow Together on the community, and he put me on that list. And so I want to say thank you for that. That helped me almost get to 330, actually. And then I wanted to thank everybody that's been watching my top 50 video. I have gained quite a lot of subscribers, at least like over another 30 subscribers from that. A lot of views on that video. It's still going strong. I know a lot of people do like that type of video, and there's only so many of those you can do, within a year or 6 months or whatever it is. I don't turn over that many books, so pretty much what you saw is like the cream of the crop on that aspect. But you can do other kind of videos similar to that, but like the top 50 books, definitely at the beginning of the year, like you want to try to make it as super awesome and super stellar as you possibly can. And I really try to do that for this one. And I can't believe I was able to actually get the video length under 10 minutes. And actually, it ended up being under 9 minutes, if I remember correctly. I was actually really happy with that. And I know a lot of people that do top 50 videos, their videos are usually pretty long. So my video was just over 8.5 minutes long. And I don't think anybody else out there comes close to that. I want to do a search on the YouTubes here. Let's see what we got here. So for the top 50 comic book videos, okay, so wow, I'm actually up there. Okay, cool. So Comic Collector Geeks at 23 minutes. Kevin Taylor's at almost an hour. So there's a lot of talking. Epicurean Eye Relief is at 5 minutes for top 50. Man, he just really blasted through that. Wow. Okay, I stand corrected. Let's see. Next one is at 25 minutes. 25. I think I'm subscribed to this guy. I'm pretty sure. Drakeers. I've actually watched a few of this dude's videos before. And I am subscribed. Cool. So yeah. Oh shit. I did not mean to do that. Here we go. So yeah. He did his top 50 videos. But that was over a year ago. Okay, so we need to let's filter this recent. Let's do this month. Okay, so Hazel Dan is at 25 minutes. Alex the Comic Order, who started all back up again, his is at 30 minutes, right on the money. D Runk was at 19 minutes. Lucky Straight is at 12 minutes. Oh, here we go. Oh, so he did part 1. Okay, so Collectible Paper did part 1. So technically, he's going to be around the same dealio. Oh, snap. There he is. What's up, Mark?
Next from Murder by Numbers.
I don't think I've seen Murder by Numbers, babe.
So I was actually just going through and I was trying to find out if anybody in the community has done a top 50 video and
Super fans.
as close to the amount of time as I did one. So my video is at 8.5 minutes. which I'm pretty proud of because normally like a big long dragged out video like a top 50 is going to be like a pretty long type of video.
How long was yours?
8.5 minutes.
Did you film it in like 2 times the speed or something?
Nope. Just good cuts. Just good cuts. That's all I did. Is I just cut out anything that wasn't necessary. But yeah. So how you been today? You doing all right?
Good. It's definitely Monday.
Yeah. Got the same
Busy,
idea.
busy. Yeah. We're starting to get settled down.
Tell me about it. Man, I am already done with the week. I'm down 2 days. I got 2 more to go, but I'm already done.
Yeah, I'm just getting started. I do have Tuesdays off, so that's awesome.
Oh, nice. Hey, did you hit 700 subscribers yet?
I did. It was a big push day today. Whenever it seems like I'm close to any of the 100 marks, I'm able to do a little bit of promoting and get that last little push, and it worked out well. I think I'm at 700.
Yep, 703. Awesome.
Oh, nice. Yeah, so I woke up today at like 692.
That's awesome. You got any you doing a giveaway for 700 or are you just going to wait till you hit 1,000?
No, I'll be announcing the giveaway. I'm going to do a giveaway at every 100 until I hit 1,000, and then probably switch it to every 200.
Right.
You know, they're fun, man. And I'm such a good value shopper that and I'm at my LCS all the time, and I'm aware of spec trends and stuff. I don't participate or care in them, but a lot of people do. So it's really easy to get books for less than cover price because I get discounts that turn out to be spec books, So by the time I grab a couple of those and wait till the next giveaway, they've turned into $20, $30, $50 books, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it's really cheap to get valuable giveaways to do.
What's the like where do you put your foot down on like, okay, I can't give this away. There's, this book is too important.
Nothing
value.
has come out of my PC.
Okay, so if you find it out in the wild for extra, like you're at Half Price Books and like you find like a Man Thing #1, like volume 2.
I would put it in my PC. I have that book, by the way, but it would just go in my PC.
Oh, okay.
A lot of the stuff has been more recent stuff, like variants and stuff like that, ratio variants, like the Batman 100, 1 in 25 ratio variant, which is the first cameo of Ghostmaker. I gave that away back in the early on. The last giveaway I kind of did just like the books you should read if you enjoy comics, like necessity books to read, like Kingdom Come, Jeff Johns' Green Lantern Rebirth, when Hal came back to life, a full run of We Live, which has been like my read of the past year, really, from the Miranda brothers. So kind of just theme them a little bit. One giveaway I had like Ghostmaker's first appearance and origin issues, along with other stuff, but one I did a John Jang slab and 2 of his variants, which are all retailer exclusives, but I'm in good with that guy, so I don't have a problem getting his books.
Nice. Yeah, the struggle I'm having is trying to find something that I'm okay to part with within the PC, because I know there is stuff that I could probably part with for a giveaway. But the struggle is definitely real on trying to find something.
If I were you, I would suggest reaching out to Tulp Fiction. TULP Fiction. I've been getting tons of stuff from him. He's on YouTube and Instagram, but reach out to him. He's a big comic collector, but he also is constantly moving books, and he prices nothing to get rich off of. Everything is priced to sell. So I've got a stack of slabs in the past month from him, for less than $30 a slab.
Wow.
So I've just kind of as they're coming through in front of him and going up for sale, I've been nitpicking off some of them and just setting them aside so that I have them for these coming up. So I don't sit here and like wait till I need something. You know what I mean? I just nitpick, shop along the way. When I see something,
Right.
oh, that's awesome. That would be great to give away. Like the first appearance of Black Winter and Donny Cates Thor run. Everyone's like, oh, Thor, Donny Cates, blah, blah, blah. I don't even read Donny Cates Thor, but I know that a lot of people do. And I found that slab at ridiculously cheap. So it's sitting in the man cave now, and it'll be used as a giveaway down the road. Just then I try to take something like that for the grand prize and put some floppies with it along the way. Like you got like Miracle Molly is the next kind of Batman character that's coming out that everyone's like kind of you're seeing all these shops have retailer exclusives for, and her first appearance is going to be in the next Batman issue. I've got an extra copy being thrown in my box, and got like a $4.99 price tag plus a big discount for my LCS, and then that book might end up being something. So
What's so special about that character?
nothing in the world.
So it's basically just pure spec.
Yeah, so I try to have something in the giveaways that a little bit of this, a little bit of that kind of appeals to everybody, because not everybody by any means or any stretch of the imagination cares about comic spec or specs on comics, but there are plenty of people that do, and it is an all-inclusive community. So I try to make sure the giveaways reflect that. So there's something for any collector that is into comics can get.
Do you
excited
separate
for.
like is that what your multiple different giveaways kind of cover? So like, when you do the giveaway, you pick 3 winners because you have 3 different prizes, and each one is going to fit somebody that's interested in spec or collect or read or something like that, right? So yeah, I don't.
So the for example, the last one I did, how I said I had like how I had a
you gave
reading
away
book
like
for
the
everybody
entire.
that they have to read.
Yeah, you gave
I
away the
paired
entire We
every
Live,
single
right?
one of them with the Children of the Atom. Yeah, well, I paired every single giveaway, like everything. Like there's Justice League hardback volume 1 that Jeff Johns did when they relaunched the New 52, but I put a Children of the Atom #1 incentive variant with it, and then Kingdom Come had a Children of the Atom #1 incentive variant, which countless first appearances. It's the same format that was used for Young Avengers. It's just now specking out really hard with the introduction
Gotcha.
of all these characters. These Young Avengers are starting to pop up in the MCU finally and everything. So just I try to keep it mixed up, a little mixed bag.
Right. So what's the what would you say is the #1 book you're looking forward to on Wednesday?
This Wednesday, let's see.
Well, Tuesday, Wednesday. I know you're a DC guy, so
Yeah.
Do you go only on Tuesday, or do you go on Wednesday and just get everything?
I go Tuesday and Friday. I'm off on most Fridays. Justice League #60 most likely, and not because of Justice League. Oh, really? Ultra Mega #2 is coming out from Image Comics. Oh my God, that was insane. So it's definitely split between Justice League and Ultra Mega #2. Justice League because the backup story with Justice League Dark, which has been really awesome. Ram V's been writing it. And
Man,
it's wicked.
I was collecting the Justice League run from last year. I had like a full run of that, up until I don't know, issue 12, 18, somewhere in there. And I just got so far behind, like how we all do. You get far behind on your reading, and then you're like, all right, well, if I'm not reading it and there's nothing like super significant going on, let me just go ahead and trade this out or sell it or whatever.
The Justice League Dark series.
Yeah, and I'll be honest
the
though,
Constantine in like issue 28 or something like that.
And like, okay, well, that seems absolutely ridiculous, but like, it was in the beginning there was like a lot of Wonder Woman going on with that, and then what's the detective's name? What's his name?
Chimp, Bobo.
Yeah, Bobo. There was a lot of him going on, and then and it just like it wasn't capturing me. Like I wanted to see like the previous Justice League run, the Justice League Dark run, where it seemed like there was going to be more Deadman, Demon, Constantine, Swamp Thing. Like
Yeah.
I want that level of Justice League.
What's kind of happened with them? It's become like a very versatile team, like the real Justice League. It's not just just a small handful of tight knit. They keep bringing different characters in and out. And for me, I think the most appealing character is easily Etrigan, Doctor Fate, Swamp Thing, but they're not always the crowd pleasers. You don't get much of a character driven story with them. It's just cut and dry what you have going on. But the current Swamp Thing series that just started is gangbusters.
Right. And like
So
that's the only thing that I've been like, man, if I'm gonna try to get any new comic book day stuff, that would be the one I'd be trying to go after, because the cover art on that, even just the cover A, just looks phenomenal.
And it's only a 10-issue series, so they put it out there right from the get-go, so you don't have a lot to chase after. If you get behind, you're like, it's cool, it'll end soon, and then I can just read it however I want to read it.
Right.
So it's definitely worth checking out. It's a brand new Avatar. It's not Alec Holland. The guy, again, the same guy who was writing Justice League Dark is writing that, Rom V, and he puts so much time, effort, and love into his books. It's almost like he goes and gets like a degree so that he can write these books with as much detail and consideration as really needed. It is impressive.
Nice. Yeah, that's the one thing that I've like been looking at. Like maybe I will, maybe I won't, but like I'm not really in like a reading type of collector. Like at this point right now, I'm more into a collector, and like I've got a big book coming in tomorrow, like a big fucking book coming in tomorrow. And then I bought 2 Star Wars books yesterday. Those are the only spec books, and that's the only time I've actually been doing that. Other than that, like there's been like fairly good reason. Like it's a major key that we're all trying to hunt for. But these 2 Star Wars books, man, I'm super excited for. I had to hit up Nemesis Prime on Instagram so I could like make sure like I was actually in the right ballpark for this, because
I don't think I'm familiar with him. Is he a big Star Wars guy?
Oh yeah, he's the Star Wars guy in the community. He actually showed up on Andy's channel. He bought one of his Star Wars, or he bought 2 Star Wars mystery box from him, and he was on there and they were talking and hanging out and stuff like that. But he's like the Star Wars guy to go to, like how Jabroni was the Turtles guy. That's just like the level of it. So, but yeah, I'm not super into reading too many books right now or any runs, but I'll definitely have to look up the Swamp Thing current run.
I'd definitely suggest it, even if you DC had the whole Future State event for 2 months. They did a Swamp Thing. Rom V took over the title in Future State. That was his introduction, and there was only a 2-issue story arc. You know what I mean? It's just 2 issues and done. It takes place way in the future. Nothing else. No other heroes. No nothing irrelevant. It's just purely a Swamp Thing story. Just 2 issues. But if you want to see if you might be interested in picking up these 10 issues, well, there's 2 you can just go digitally read in 30 minutes, just to get a taste of how well this guy writes Swamp Thing. He's like Alan Moore reincarnated, dude. It's insane.
Right. So it's the 10-issue one where Levi Kamai is the next Guardian.
He's from India, so I'm not sure how you properly pronounce it, to be honest with you.
Is this his first appearance?
In issue 1.
In issue 1. Okay. I mean, that's like there hasn't been a new Avatar since Alec Honnold, right?
Yeah, ever. Yeah. I mean, they might have done little what ifs or spinoffs or little things here and there, but a legit new Avatar for the Green, this is it.
Like this is continuity, canon. Like this, Alec Honnold is no longer current Swamp Thing. So did that's transferred over to the Justice League Dark current storyline, or no?
He's not present in the current Justice League Dark storyline. So we had a huge universe restructuring. We did not have a reboot. We did not have a relaunch. We just had a restructuring of the universe. Like the tides of the cosmos shifted, and we're still seeing how everything is falling into place, what subtle differences are happening here and there. Okay. And it just starts out with a new Avatar that he doesn't know what's going on. He's going to sleep and waking up in other parts of the world. Contorted horribly, like it's very reminiscent of how Joe Bennett draws like the Immortal Hulk, how it has a whole horror vibe and everything, and he's
Right.
disoriented. He doesn't have any control over it. It's a coming of age tale for him and the Green.
Right.
It's fantastic so far.
Right.
So it's a total origin for Levi, but it's drawn out.
Awesome. Yeah, I might actually. I mean, it's a new one, but I mean,
It's self-contained.
maybe I don't know. I might look into it, because considering that there's literally been no other Avatar other than Alec Honnold for all these years, and this is like from here on out, this is the Swamp Thing. Like that's kind of like a big deal. And Swamp Thing is like
a really cool angle, because like with Alec Holland was dead. It wasn't even his consciousness that was in the Green. The Green was confused, thinking that it had a consciousness, when Alec Holland was 100% gone. It was just his essence that was left in Earth, and Earth projecting that. But this is actually a living person who is able to link up with the Green. So it's a new angle as well. It's something new that the Green is doing, reaching out to somebody who's still living. So it's really cool.
I definitely will be reading that, because like anything Swamp Thing is always pretty interesting. But like I didn't want to purchase the books and then like be upset with it or anything like that. So,
and the good news is, if you ever want to like talk about them, I'm always talking DC Comics, like some other people that I know. So if you ever want to chit chat Swamp Thing, if you want to read a book and you want to get excited and talk about it, you know who to hit up.
Oh yeah, definitely. What is up, Greg? Man, how you doing?
Doing well. Can't complain.
So. Hey, look at this! Look at this! Is this new mic setup you got over here? Like, you just put this together, or you've been having this for a while?
I've had this mic set up for, I don't know, probably about a month and a half, 2 months. So
nice.
Vincent doesn't watch my videos.
Here's my mic set up. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Very low tempo here.
Dude, there's like so many people watching everywhere. So like,
dude, it's the hardest thing possible. Like, you make so many friends on YouTube and you're like, I want to watch everything, but you're like, I'm also creating stuff. I can't. So I just like to bust your chops.
Yeah. Hey, thanks for stopping by, man. It's been a while since you've actually been on the live with me. So I very much appreciate it. I'm sure all you guys are like, oh my God, comic gories. Oh my God.
Be honest with you, I've jumped in and caught like 2 episodes of that. I had a blast both times, but I don't know why it just doesn't naturally fit into my time frame.
Yeah, it's stressful as all get out. So
what makes comic gory so stressful?
You have 30 seconds to have to figure out what you want to, like, the fact that you don't have the list, you have to try and memorize your collection and go through your collection of what you have. Man, that's just that's tough. I don't have my collection memorized that well. Like, I know there are people like find a good orange cover to like, oh, this one right off the bat. And I'm like,
New Mutants 87. Go.
See, Wolverine #1, right?
Yeah.
So Mark would be great. Mark would be great at this. This is why I stink, and I don't know why they always bring me back. But
dude, that's hilarious. So, hey, Greg, we were talking about the Swamp Thing. Are you reading Swamp Thing?
The new current run?
Yes, with Levi as the Avatar.
Yeah. So yeah, I've read the first 2 issues. My thing with it is I don't get it yet. I feel like I want to like Swamp Thing. Everything about it is like, yes, I should like it. I haven't been drawn into these 2 issues yet. My biggest issue with the first one was I just didn't get enough Swamp Thing in the issue 1. Like, I'm greedy. I wanted more, but I don't know if I'm into the world yet. And I still haven't dug into Swamp Thing a lot. And I have was Alan Moore's run, Saga of Swamp Thing. I have the trade that's on my list right here, like behind me. I have to read it, and I feel like I'll appreciate more aspects of.
Oh yeah, you should read that first.
Yeah, so I think that's what I'm probably gonna do is get that one read, and then at least probably wait and get the trade of this one, and then if I can start to vibe with it again, start to pick it up in floppy.
Well, this is only 10 issues, and just like I just could highly recommend that you pick these up and just put them in your back issue log and just be ready to read them when you're ready to read them. Because if you're going to go down the Alan Moore road, you're going to regret not having these floppies. I promise. I really promise. Because you'll understand after you read the Alan Moore run, you'll understand exactly how perfect this is being handled. And it's 10 issues, and that first issue was almost like a movie intro to this world. You know, it wasn't. It's all 100% brand new, everything about it. So they have to kind of take this thing correctly. And I like that Romney doesn't necessarily rush it, and
that's good.
Yeah,
it's like
Alan Moore doesn't rush it at all. It's just like you're on cruise control through the whole thing, and it's just perfect, 100% perfect.
It's a read. Like you have to take it in stride. I actually have 2 copies of the Alan Moore Swamp Thing in trade. I accidentally got like an extra copy for like Christmas or birthday or something like that.
Hey, that's a giveaway right there.
Yeah, that's been a giveaway for a hot minute. I actually have multiple hardback trades and stuff like that I've gotten over the years from the Comic Tom, like mystery boxes and stuff, and it's like, okay, I've read them or I didn't read them and it's not really my thing. So yeah, I got multiple giveaways I can do. But the Swamp Thing by Alan Moore is like super great. I love it.
That's good.
And okay, so like I'm trying to get a Swamp Thing 20. So the first Alan Moore on Swamp Thing in single issue. But dude, that book is pricey and it's hard to find other than on eBay for like a decent price. So yeah. But tonight's like overarching theme that I wanted to get some of the boys up in here to discuss is the future of the comic book community. And, you know, the new Swamp Thing kind of in a way ties into it, but not so much like from the story base, but maybe potential, you know, speculation and the continued growth. Like, is there a bubble? Is it going to pop? Is everything going to just like plummet in value and price, or is it going to stay relatively same for certain things and other things? Like, what do you think your take is on it as of now? Greg, go.
My take on it, I don't know enough about the industry to be able to say, like, you know, the bubbles. Like, when the 90s bubble burst, you know, with everything that happening, I was a kid who was like picking up books at half price bookstore, you know, and an 8-9-year-old going like, this is the best. So I think the value of a lot of these books that are spiking right now will definitely decrease, except for like the actual ones that are legit key books. Like, I think you're going to get your ASM 300s. You're going to get your, you know, whatever Batman keys you want, and they're going to stay. But like these books that are skyrocketing, I think, with like your, you know, the first appearance of White Vision in the Avengers, West Coast Avengers book and things like that. I don't know if they will. But again, that's not my market really too often. I'm not a specker or a flipper. I really do try to just get what books I want for my collection. So I'll definitely be getting, like, I try and get all the Batman keys and things like that. So I don't study that market as well, just because it's not how I collect. I don't have any issue with people that collect like that, because I think it's fine. But I don't know if I'm the best person for is the speculation market going to crash?
Well, I feel like I'm in the same boat, but I'm almost like I don't care kind of thing. Like, it doesn't, like, I don't see how that personally is actually really going to affect me, because I look at it as the long game. So like, eventually at some point, if I work it long enough, I will be able to find a book that I can actually get to, you know, whatever price it would end up being up at that time. But it's not like oh my God, like, we got to get these things now because the price is right, or I need to sell these books now because it's a seller's market currently in order to get the other stuff I want because everybody's going crazy. That's just kind of where I'm at. Like, I don't notice. I don't see how it's like really gonna like destroy our, you know, our hobby or anything like that. What do you think, Mark?
Well, I've noticed a few like blaring things that kind of stand out, like on the rise of all this stuff. Is one, the timing of it, and it's not exclusive to comics. This is happening across collectibles across the board.
Mhm.
So what we found in 2020 is a lot of people that weren't working that needed to supplement their non-existent income. And the only way to do that is either with the black market or the secondary market. So we saw a lot of people take to buying and selling collectibles. And when you're not buying stuff at cheap prices, that means you have to jack up your prices to resell it to make a profit. So we're seeing that across the board. We've seen a lot of market manipulation across the board, but real market purchases follow those in a lot of cases. So it's easy to see where the trend went up with like the huge insurgence of people jumping into the collectibles scene. And then on top of that, like you pointed out, with specific non like blue chip keys, that's always going to happen whenever you have stuff like just hit the limelight. That's just the supply and demand of it. It fades out pretty quick. But I do believe that we're definitely in a bubble, and not just necessarily like this COVID collectibles bubble, but you're seeing things happen oddly at the same time, like with all these retailer variants that have flooded the market for years. And there's been a debate going on about if those things are going to negatively affect the industry as well. And in the same timing of all this COVID increase, we've seen Boom Studios pull out all their retailer variants unless it's an issue number 1 on a title. We watched IDW pull the legs out from under numerous artists across the board, including people like Aaron Bartling, who had like the number 1 selling retailer variant for Last Ronin. He got his legs pulled out from under him after issue 2. So they like cut the number of people they're allowing to do retailer variants and stuff. So you're seeing them trying to course correct inside their own houses, not just from our standpoint, but from the industry standpoint. They obviously are seeing something that they're not talking about, that they're trying to keep from happening and rein stuff in. So there's an obvious bubble. I mean, you can just look at the curve. That's a bubble in itself. But I don't think it's like a 90s bubble or anything where there's millions upon millions of people going out buying stuff just to dump it off the next day. So we're going to see, as people go back to work, as people lose interest, as people come and go, it'll settle back down. And the natural flow of like the value of collectibles is always on an uphill trend. Like time is the best friend of any collector.
Mhm.
The older something is, the more value it has on time alone. So over time, stuff goes up and down and up and down and up and down, but it always gradually moves upward,
Right. Do you
Unless you
think
get
do you think the course correction, like you mentioned with the retailer incentives and stuff like that, is going to help bring that trend down to a more reasonable area? Because, like, honestly, the only difference between retailer incentives and artist incentives is it's just like it's the same book, but it's just a slightly different color with or cover with the artist rendition or the retailer rendition.
Well, I think what the comic companies are worried about, they don't want, their goal is not to sell a bunch of covers to comic shops to bank off of. Their goal is to get readership. Readership equals sales. And traditionally, when a book drops, you sell, for example, 100 copies of issue 1, 70 copies of issue 2. And by the time you're on issue 6 or 7, you have your reader base, which is probably 30, 40 copies, So when you have these books that drive this insane demand for issue 1s up that is not honestly reflective of your normal projection of a series, you have no way of actually projecting your series anymore. You have, instead of expecting 100 copies of number 1, you're now placing orders for 600 copies of issue 1, and then you don't have an accurate data to run it off of. So I think that, and they're doing all these buyback programs where they're trying to push all these number 1s. Their whole market has changed where they're not trying to project and sell a series. They're trying to properly project an issue 1. And to do that, they're having to save face with shops and allow shops to order as many as they want and send back whatever they don't have, and they're losing it completely.
Wow, I didn't know
That's
about that. That's bad.
Oh yeah, so there's a whole different market with these retailer incentives versus backstock and like key books and all that. That's 100% controlled by the secondary market, supply and demand. And unfortunately, we're in this. As time goes, it's going to get worse to a degree because people could connect with people everywhere in so many different selling and buying places, as well as so many different data sources for value and prices. But there's always going to be ducks out there quacking in the pond that you can just bust their heads off, and that's going to continue to drive the market as long as individual people getting into the hobby make rash decisions and make rash purchases. It's going to keep driving it up because everyone wants to own something and they want to have clout, including myself. Like, it felt great to hang that 181 on my shelf. I'm like, I'm somebody now.
Hey, Greg, what's the big Batman key clout book that you're gonna pull a mark on?
That I want?
That you're gonna get, like, you know for a fact you're gonna get.
Man, it's probably gonna be it's gonna be one of the first Silver Age appearances of the villains. I mean, those are really where I'm trying to get to right now.
Most reasonable place, yeah.
Yeah, because I know with my collecting, I'm not like, so I've gotten two in the past like 2 months, which is crazy. I got the Two-Face, and then I got Scarecrow. So my big one I want is the Riddler. I think it's 181 or 171. I flip flopped the Poison Ivy and Riddler ones. But I
Both
mean,
red covers.
yeah, the both red covers. They're both I know Joe did the Riddler. I think he was involved with Poison Ivy too. Anyways, like that's one I want, and I wish I would have started that process a little bit earlier because they're rising, and I know that's going to rise more once the Batman movie drops with the Riddler. So I'm trying to find those at a good price because I do think I do think that's going to be a lot of what you're going to start to see in collecting too, is with it when it comes to DC books, because Marvel, their keys are more recent. Like, so the pricing just it's not as crazy. Like, I'm never going to own a first appearance of the majority of Batman's rogue galleries, like the creme de la creme. Like, you're just not going to have that.
Yeah.
If I did,
you getting a Mr. Freeze first appearance Silver Age, like that's a big book.
Yeah. So that's probably my realistic biggest book that I think I will obtain sometime. Because I think there will be a point where I'm gonna probably clean out some of my collection to get some of those a little bit more, because my end goal of collecting is really to get as much of the Batman Volume 1 run as I can. And there's 713 issues, and I understand that I'm not going to get about 100 of those. That 1 through 100 are going to be pretty hard to come by. So if I get one of them in there, that'd be great. But
how far along in that are you?
I am at I think I'm at 470 right now.
Are you just picking randomly, or have you like targeted from the front and work your way back?
So I was going for most attainable is how I started. And because I know basically people say like go for the keys and you can get the other ones first. I went the other way. I'm gonna just get, and because I was just getting back into collecting 3 years ago. So I was like, I'm going to obtain as whatever I can. So I was using the CLZ app, and I'd go to Half Price Books. I'd go to, and my rule with, like, if it wasn't a key, I wouldn't spend more than like cover price of the book. I was like, no, I'm going to get, and so I did a lot of hunting for that. Do some big lots on like eBay to start right off the bat to just get some of those. But I'm really at now where I'm at keys, and so it's now as pricier, and it's I mean, for example, I'm at, so like from 400 up to 317, I think I have 3 books that I still need to get.
Not bad.
I need
think of what the value of those keys were 2 years ago,
right,
versus what they are now.
Yeah, I need the Todd McFarlane 423.
That's an awesome cover.
It's a great cover. I have the Spawn cover of it.
Are you trying to go for the first print on that, or you want any print?
I mean, I'm gonna get a third print, but
isn't that the valuable one, the third print?
Or I'm gonna get a second print, because the third one's see, when I'm collecting, I'd rather have a first print over like even the more pricey one of a third print. That concept is silly to me. Like, I get it as rare, but I want a first print if I can.
Now that first, what is it? The first Tim Drake is Robin with the Scarecrow on the cover. How that second print, it actually has a slight cover difference with on the trade dress. Now I do like that second print better because it has like Robin listed on the cover.
Here you go, bro. $80 for a third print.
Yeah. There's and I was at a small little con. They had 2, I think, of the second print. and I just couldn't pull the trigger yet because I'm like, no, I want to hold out and see what I can get. So I got to get that one. So that's at 423, and then I only have 2 in that. So the other one is the Jason Todd or the Red Hood cover where Batman's fighting Red Hood.
635.
Yep, 635. And I was ticked. My shop had it.
Do you have the first Jason Todd?
Yeah.
And the first Jason Todd as Robin, where
Yep.
he puts on the suit without permission. That doubles the Killer Crocs issue as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I have all those, and so like I've got a lot of those keys, but man, so I picked up this 252, the Two-Face, and then I just got my Batman 313's slab, the
Tim Fox.
Tim Fox one.
Nice.
So
Very
I had one in my collection, and then I knew as soon as that news dropped, I went to a store because I'm like, I felt like I had saw that cover before, and I don't typically buy, like, if I have it, I don't buy it unless I know a friend needs it or something. But I was like, I remember seeing it, I'm like, ooh, I bet I can still get that for $3. And I did.
So other than the Batman stuff that you're going for your back issues, and I'm pretty sure the last Instagram post I saw that you did for a new comic book day, you just have like an entire table of new comic books.
Yeah.
Is there any like of what you collecting, do you see, and besides the Batman, because it's Batman, but like, do you see like any like of the bubble effect in the market just going skyrocketing that's like affecting your collecting?
Like, I don't know. I guess I'm trying to figure out, what are you asking here? Say it again.
Like, do you find that the stuff that you're hunting for is being affected by the market when you're trying to purchase those books?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, for sure.
Here recently, especially.
But I mean, most of my new comic book day pickups, I mean, they're ones that I know about in advance that I want to get. Like, so even like if it's Nottingham one that everyone was trying to get right off the bat from Mad Cave because it was blowing up, and even like the issue number 2 selling for like $50 or something on eBay. I knew about it 3 months before that I wanted to get it. Like, so I have my ear to the ground on the indie books a little bit more. And so like, if there's one that I think I like anyways, I already probably have it on my pull. But so that speculation doesn't affect me too much of like people trying to get those indie books. But I mean, well, shoot, we were talking about Once and Future one of the times I was on your show, and Once and Future and Something's Killing the Children came out literally within a month of each other. And man, I got 2 issues of Once and Future, and I got 1 issue of Something's Killing the Children.
Did that backwards.
I messed that one up.
Hey, at least you have a copy of Something is Killing the Children. The only one I have is the foil, and that's it. And that's not gonna blow up as crazy as the first print, but the Something Killing the Children foil isn't blowing up as much as Berserker foil second print. So it's like, what's going on with this market?
The Something is Killing the Children foil isn't because it was a local comic shop day book. It's the opposite of blow upable.
Yeah.
If it was like if that was like free comic book day and local comic shop day and stuff like that, if they do a book that's unique to that day, that's a different story. It has potential. But if they're just using that opportunity to restock shelves with back issues with foil covers, which that was kind of the theme this year or this past one, you say foiled out everything across the board.
Yep.
Those don't really pan out, but it's a great reader copy and it looks amazing. It really does.
It does, but it's definitely not on the list of, okay, well, this is like definitely a value. Like there is some, but it's not nearly as much as it would be if it was, first print, second print, third print. And it's definitely not something that I would put in my mind as like slabbable. Like I'm not going to send that off to get slabbed. That's not what I would do.
What are they selling for? About $20?
Let's look here.
The foils.
Yeah.
Man, those I'll tell you, something killing the children is crazy because like issues like even the issues 3, like they're selling for a lot, like for a
20
third
bucks.
issue. It's crazy.
Mhm.
Somebody's trying to sell for $400 for a 9.8. That seems ridiculous.
Not happening.
There you go.
Yeah, it's not happening.
Or 120 bucks. I don't know. That seems a bit much.
I feel like though,
Something
I feel
much
like
too.
some of those posts are just hoping that someone
Oh,
hears,
yeah.
oh, something's killing the children 1, and know nothing about it. Like I got a something's killing the children number 1. Like
Mm-hmm.
Dude, there's a guy who posted a Gambit number 1, not X-Men 266. Gambit number 1, not the gold foil variant, standard. The CGC slab for $777 because he claimed that they're sold out everywhere and he's the only one with it. Now that gold foil one right there, that one goes for some money, but a standard number 1 in a 9.8 sells for about $150, and he posted his for 777.
That's like jipping people over the ASM 129. You got the first print, and then you've got like the second print or the reprint where the title at the bottom is different. Instead of saying the Jackal, it says the Punisher. And people, last year or whatever, that were like going crazy for the Punisher, and they were like trying to find all this, and they was like, oh my god, somebody's selling ASM 129 for like $60. Holy shit, let me go ahead and pick this up. And then they don't realize that it's a reprint, and like everybody loses their minds. Hey, what's up, Skeff?
I do have that ASM 129 Lionsgate printing that they were handing out at the movie theaters.
That's cool.
That's the closest I'll ever get to.
Yeah. There's I don't know. I feel like the greatest success I had as far as collecting goes was getting me an actual Tomb of Dracula number 10 for $60 last year and just scoring big on that. Yeah, there's issues with it, but at the end of the day, like, I have a legit copy. If it got pressed out and sent in to get slabbed, if I could get like a 4.0 on that, I'd be really happy. But sometimes you win big, and sometimes you have to kind of make do with what you have. So like the foil is all I got at the moment for Something's Killing the Children, because Skeff just won't send me one of his 8 copies that he has laying around.
That would be the Christian thing to do.
But yeah, it's just Skeff, now that he's here, saying hi and whatever, he did his video talking about the comic book market and the bubble and all that kind of stuff, and it just kind of got me thinking, because like it just seemed like, I don't know, I don't see it popping, maybe like calming down and like leveling out a little bit on some of the modern stuff especially, but I don't know, it seems like there's like a lot of really good solid interest in the modern market currently, that even modern by going back like 2003 2005, I feel like it's still going to be pretty valuable.
Hey Vince, I gotta bounce. Sorry, I'm short tonight, but I promised the wife that I would finish watching some TV shows with her before.
Go for it.
So,
What are y'all watching?
right now we are trying to play some catch up. So we're watching Mighty Ducks.
Oh Lord, are you all caught up on the Winter Soldier and Falcon and all that and Invincible?
I'm
I'll
playing
be right
some.
back.
I'll be
Wanna
playing
make
some
a
catch
bottle.
up on those two. So,
Goodness gracious! All right, man. Thanks for stopping by.
Yep.
I appreciate it, bro.
Yep, absolutely. See you, brother.
Have a good night, man.
Replace
What's up, James?
Replace one beard with another beard, right?
There you go. Like just one after another.
Just a little better beard.
I see that you got a haircut.
I did,
but not a beard cut.
No, well, they won't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The whole COVID thing really kind of makes it
like,
rough.
What if I don't breathe? Can you do it if I don't breathe?
Yeah. I'm at that point. So like my beard, it'll start to curl down towards the bottom.
Just
so
let it go, man. Now you gotta let it go. I
haven't had like a long beard in a good long while, so I'm just gonna keep letting it do its thing.
Yeah, you gotta pass that awkward phase.
Right.
awkward phase you're in. But I just want to pop on. I got a good 30 minutes just to chit chat for a little bit.
Oh, that's fine. That's
So.
pretty much when the show's going to end up ending anyway. So you're good.
Okay.
Great timing.
Perfect.
But so I'm going to assume you saw our chat and saw what I picked up, what I purchased. Did you see what I said in there? So I am super excited because that is basically my modern spec purchases that I've done. That's actually modern
so far. Many more to come.
Well, I was looking on your eBay page for what other modern stuff you have on there, and you only got 3 things.
Oh, I've sold everything. Everything's gone. I sold it's been low. I gotta. That's why I gotta do that live sale so I can get all these raw books up there. Because I feel weird. I don't like selling raw books. It's harder just because I always assume the worst grades because then people get the books and they're like, this isn't that. You know what I mean? You're like, I told you it was in terrible shape. You know what I mean? That's why,
right.
So raw books are harder. But yeah, all those books, I need to replenish the eBay inventory. It is depleted.
Right. Okay, so what is it? Are you still wanting to try?
What's up, Skev?
Hi, buddy.
Are you still wanting to do the live sale this Friday, or do you want to push it back? Because Justin.
I mean, what a tool. What a tool. I'm so mad at him right now. How is a movie more important than selling some comic books?
Look, I am okay, you said Friday night, and I was just because Friday night is my boys' gaming night. It's where we all get drunk and we play ridiculous co-op games and just have a lot of fun. So I already put that off to the side. I was going to start early with the boys. We started at around 4:00, and you said that we're going to start the live 9 p.m. Eastern, which is 8 p.m. for me, CST. Yeah. So it's okay, I can get 5 hours of solid gaming in before I have to leave that. So I was prepared. And then Justin's oh, I got to go see a movie.
Legion, what are you doing Friday night?
Sleeping.
Oh, okay. That seems like the responsible thing to do.
Yeah, I'll be working a long stretch this weekend. I'm I got little kids in the house, so I'm a morning person. You know what I'm saying?
How many you got?
13.
You have 13
all under
kids?
all under the age of 2.
Wait, you have 13 kids?
Man.
Oh my God!
I was like,
honestly. No, honestly, I have 3.
Great, you look phenomenal.
Yeah.
You look really good.
I've got a 13-year-old daughter, but she lives with her mom, and then me and my wife have 2 kids, a 3 and a 1-year-old.
So you and I are in the same boat, friend. I have a 4-year-old boy and a soon-to-be 2-year-old boy. Yeah, same boat. Yeah, I've 2 little boys at home.
I have this many children.
So Friday, I'll probably be watching Mortal Kombat before I go to bed. Though,
that comes out on Friday, doesn't it?
Dude, that's gonna be sick. Oh, I'm so.
That's probably the movie. Who is it that's going to see a movie?
Justin Comics.
He's not going to see that though. He didn't say he was going to see that.
Oh yeah, that would have been cool.
Yeah, y'all know he hangs out on my Sunday night live stream at least 2 out of 4 weekends out of the month. Yeah. He's a great dude. Love me some Justin.
He is a super nice guy. So all right, well I think we'll just go for. I mean, Andy's gonna be there. I mean, might as well just go for it. Just go for it. I'll make the thumbnail and post it up tomorrow and see who shows up.
Okay, well, I'll definitely be there. I don't know what, if any, I'm going to put up for sale because, I don't know what I'd want to, what I'm prepared to give away. Although, I have a nice stack of some Gemini mailers over here, so I have stuff to be able to ship out. Okay. If it ends up coming about, but I don't know. I don't know what I want to get rid of, but it would be nice to be oh, PayPal, there's money in my PayPal account. What can I go buy with this? This is, that'd be kind of nice.
Yeah, we're gonna do it Friday. We're gonna do it Friday. Good evening, Mastodon.
Okay, all right.
Where's the sale happening at?
Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern time on my channel. So it's the only time, so for me, I'm pretty much busy from 6, 7 a.m. till 9 at night when dad hours are over. or work. It's that or work hours. That's 7 to 9, and then after 9, I have 3 hours to like laundry or lunches or my things, and then bed, and then repeat.
I
Yeah.
just subbed you up. I don't know how I wasn't subbed to you already. I've seen plenty of your videos. There's just so many people in the community. It's so crazy how many people there is to keep up with. And then I know that I've subbed a few people more than one time because like I knew that I'd subbed them up, watched plenty of their videos, and you bounce around on channels and you go back and you're like, I knew I was subbed up to these people.
Right, because you always get like you always look at your analytics of like, all right, how many people are viewing that are not subscribers? That's a big number. Holy cow! All right.
But actually, what you want when you, I'm sure everybody here watches like how to like make a great channel, right? How to do things and whatever. Wow. Okay.
I've never
All
even
right.
looked at my analytics to see how many people. I don't even look at analytics. I'll pop over there to see how many subscribers I have, and I just started thinking to look at my watch hours and like start looking at those for the first time.
Yeah, Vince, I stopped looking at all my stuff. The only thing I look at now is like when I release a new video, like how well does it do in the first day. Otherwise, I no longer. I'm just gonna make videos and see what happens.
Well, to be honest with you, I'll look on YouTube, not even on my analytics, to see how many people have watched it, kind of thing, and that's really all I really notice. And if it doesn't do good, I just don't care. If I want to, I just put out content of what I like. I don't have a goal other than to hang out and talk with people in the community and share my collection. Like I enjoy seeing other people share theirs. So
yeah,
I'm just in it for the fun. If it becomes something that can help fund my hobby, that's just a bonus.
That's what I turned my thing into.
Except like you have blown up like so far. Like
like 700 subscribers in like 5 months.
Yeah, like it's insane. Yeah. I've
been lucky. I've been lucky and blessed to have a big head and a loud mouth.
Hey, okay. So I've always wanted to ask this question.
To who?
To you.
Oh,
okay. So what is the reason why you have your S capitalized, the C for comic capitalized, but the K is lowercase?
Because it's not really knowledge.
Okay. I've always wondered, like, why is that lowercase?
It's so
that part's subjective.
It is. The rest is concrete. It's skeff for sure. It's comic. Is it knowledge?
That's hilarious. But I
watched
watched
on purpose. I'm glad someone noticed. It was absolutely on purpose. I almost thought about putting a question mark at the end.
Oh my god!
But it's too obvious.
I really do want to I make stuff that I like. Obviously, that's the whole reason why we do this, right? But like at the same time, like I do want to try to like put myself in alignment for the best possible like reception I can get from anybody that wants to watch it. And they do say from one of the creators that does that type of like YouTube content to help creators grow their channels, you do want to actually have more people that aren't subscribed watching than subscribed.
Cool.
Because that means that you have more of your content going out to people that wouldn't normally watch it. So you're getting more impressions. And if you have good thumbnails, good titles, and then they click on it, that gives you your CTR rate, which you want to have like between 4 and like 10.
Oh, okay.
That's usually right where you want to sit.
Okay.
And that means that YouTube is pushing more of your stuff out. And then of course, watch hours. Like you want people watching your videos longer. So more videos you have with like continuous watch segments, you know, more spikes and stuff like that. That's what drives the YouTube algorithm to say, hey, a lot of other people are liking this. People are clicking on it and then they're continuing to watch it. So YouTube's like, pow, 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 just throwing it out there. That's what you want. So the more people you have watching your videos that aren't subscribed means that YouTube is like pushing it out to the world so they can like learn and find new stuff, which is you. So it's I
got to figure out where to even look for that kind of information.
I will send you
I know
somebody.
where not like the how-to videos, but like my actual analytics. I have to get used to and familiar with. Like I'm very familiar with how to get into my analytics, and I peruse around in there, but I've never actually. I don't have a lot of time to begin with, but I don't normally take the time that I do have to peruse analytics.
Better than seconds.
Yeah, I get that. It takes a little bit to kind of like see it, and like whenever you have time and stuff like that, and also it's easier to look at it on your computer rather than like your YouTube Studio on your app on your phone and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
anyways, so Skeff, your comic book bubble thought question video.
Yeah.
By the way, I've almost got the same amount of views on my latest video as you did on that video.
How many views is that?
So his video is at 694 right now. But his video has only been out for a day, but my video has been out for 4 days and almost the same amount of views. So I don't know.
Progress.
I don't know if that is good or compared relatively,
That's the thing. All right, get to your question.
But so the comic bubble, like when you were talking about it, remind me again, were you talking about the whole thing or mostly on the modern market? Okay, the whole thing.
Whole thing. Yeah, it's because everything's been affected, right? The only thing it's hard to give an analytic to are Golden Age books because there's so many less comps out there for Golden Age. You don't see like Vault of Horrors showing up on eBay like, oh, it sold. Like those are getting higher, but it takes an interesting sleuth to find out what they're going for. But everything else, though, like Silver Age, Bronze Age, Copper, Modern, everything that is of somewhat importance has gone bananas. A lot of books are ridiculously priced now compared to what they were 6 months ago, 3 months ago. I mean, look, if you go back, I did a video 3 months ago about Ultimate Fallout 4, and at the time it was $500 for a 9.6. I'm like, this will probably go up in like a year, and like it took 3 months for it to go up. I'm like, what is happening?
Yeah.
But I think it's everything in a whole. Like giant size X-Men are bonkers. X-Men 94. You know
yeah, didn't that just break a record yesterday or today? GSX.
Yeah.
That's like 48 or something.
9.8 CBCS was like 70. It sold for.
Jesus
wow,
Christ!
70, yeah.
I thought it was something high like that. I thought it was like I know it went above 50. So it's a concept of like I just did like it's just repeating. I think that the market is now in a new trending, and then the comic. Are you guys familiar with anything in the sports card market at all?
I mean, I remember hearing about the Michael Jordan like rookie card sold for $750 or whatever.
Guess what it sold for 2 weeks ago?
Did it sell for $1 million too? 5? It sold for $5 million?
No, 500.
No, I saw a card that was like near mint sold for $750.
Yes.
750,000.
Yes, and I just said that same exact card sold for 500,000.
Wow.
So there's been a pullback from those big high-end cards. So there's been a pullback there, but it's taken like a year for that pullback to hit. So now we're waiting for the people who, like, what is this person that's going to do that bought this 9.8 CBCS X-Men do with it now? You know what I mean?
Own it.
No, maybe. But it's that interesting thing. It's like, it is someone who bought it to like hold on to it, to flip it immediately, to hold on to it long term, to like maybe sell out shares of it. Like, would you buy a share of a giant size X-Men?
That's a good point. Like, I wonder if there was a share purchase to drive it up to that cost to be willing to pay that much.
Like,
because I've seen a lot more of that going around in conversation circles with people going in, like a bunch of people that are boys, that we're all going to pitch in 10,000 a piece, and we're going to go get a slice of gold, and we'll just sit on it. It's just like stocks. You see all this stuff going on with Robinhood and Bitcoin, and I mean, if the collectible market is crazy, it's safe bet as long as you get in and out while you can. So
correct. And also, if you buy a pure item, right? As long as you're not buying like, I'm going to say it, but like, as long as you're not buying a copy of Berserker #1 CGCS 9.8 for $3,000, like, buy something that's going to hold, like, don't go out and buy that book for like whatever people are asking, $3,000 or like.
Oh, the Keanu signature.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah,
I'm not
easy.
I'm not.
Don't do that.
I can't believe that. Honestly, like, it kind of irked me a little bit that Keanu was like, "This is the only thing I'm doing, and this is all I'm doing." Like, it doesn't fit Keanu Reeves as previously portrayed. Like,
oh, tell me about your friend Keanu. Tell me how he is in person.
No. What I mean is just like
hear myself.
Like what I mean is like, it seems like he's like more of a genuine kind of person,
Yeah.
and normally like everybody has portrayed him as a genuine person. So it
Right.
seems very peculiar that this was the only time he was going to do any type of signature on this book, and it was only for that one and only at this time.
One, it solidifies the rarity of the book. Two, it solidifies the authenticity of the signature of the book and less hustle and bustle of getting to know people. Three, motherfucker's in a comic book. Wouldn't you want to like have the most elite goddamn thing ever if you were in a comic book? I know I would.
I mean, when you put it that way, sure, but like,
Yeah, when I put it,
when you put it that way, sure, but you know, like it's just like the normal person who's just like, man, I really would like to get a signature on like any book for a CGC signing, and then come to find out this is the only thing he's doing, then that kind of gives like a little bit of a sour, you know, taste in your mouth. Like if somebody like me, who is like a huge Keanu fan, and the only time I'm going to probably be able to get a signature is if we just happen to meet him at a con that he goes to.
Well, that's what I was about to say. When you say
know.
this is the only thing he's doing, what do you mean, like comic book wise or
Signature
signature
This
wise?
signature, it's a signature.
it's
Like
the sound of this, right? You're like, what is?
yeah, like
Oh,
I don't,
okay,
I don't give a shit about signatures. Like I really don't care. It's not my thing. But like for other people that want to get like their cover A, their cover B, the 1 in 50 or the 1 in 100, get that signed. He wasn't doing it. He was only doing it for the 1 in 1000 variant.
Correct.
Only for CGC signing.
I don't
and
see
that's
him
it.
being like the kind of douche that if someone saw him and, you know,
Right.
they have their store folio in the car.
Right.
Or they knew he was going to be somewhere. And they're like, Keanu, like he's like one of the world's nicest people.
And
on
that's what I
space,
mean.
in
Correct.
space.
And that's
But-
what I mean.
But
And then
that's
you'll have the
exception.
only signed cover A that exists.
Yes, that'll be the exception. So that's the trick.
Yeah.
Is that like he, in essence, helped people who spent an dumb amount of money on a book to kind of guarantee they have something that exclusive. You know what I mean? You're paying Chris Evans' signature was $1,000.
Thought it was 300.
Whatever. It was.
Yeah, like
I thought
yeah,
it was like $900 or something like that.
yeah, like
I don't know.
that's a lot.
So like you're getting a Keanu Reeves signature on a book, and he's helping to make sure that like it can't happen again. I wouldn't spend that money, but you're kind of just paying extra to get the privilege of having.
Exclusivity.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's still like
He's not going to tell some kid no who brings him a berserker.
No.
Like let
No.
me find Keanu in Augusta at something. I'm taking Finn. If y'all see my channel, you know I got like the world's coolest 3-year-old.
Yeah.
I'm taking Finn and I'm putting Berserker in his hand. Shit,
Yeah.
I might not even give him Berserker. I might give him a different book that Keanu's not even a part of,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
send Keanu to sign it.
yeah.
And Keanu will be like, "You got it, little man."
Right. Yeah. Right. Like so it's one of those things where it's just like I think it's an interesting concept. Boom is give it 2 years. Watch what Boom Studios becomes. It's
More so than like a different independent.
no, they're gonna separate. They're gonna become, I think, better than Image.
You really think so?
Yeah, give it 2 years. When Boom starts getting more titles out there, like you're talking about future of comics in this thing. Talk about the future of comics with Boom, and like no one brings up that they still have that amazing Netflix deal. Like, what does Netflix have right now, superhero related? Nothing. They have nothing now, except for what they have with Boom, and a couple Image, like the Old Guard, which was done by Image, right?
Yeah, Old Guard is Image, and
That
that
was
movie
such a
didn't.
fun movie.
Right. That was great. But like, give Boom 2 years to become their mainstream go-to on Netflix for comic-related media.
So you're banking on Something Is Killing the Children is going to be like the thing that's going to help solidify Boom as a studio. Pretty much. That's where you're banking on.
They're just waiting for Stranger Things to be over before they do it.
What's up, two bros? Stopping by.
Don't lie. Yes, you would.
Hey, you know
Yeah,
for a
I
fact,
already commented. You would hand him your kid itself to sign if you saw Keanu.
yo,
Yeah.
you know
I
for a
have-
fact you would have Chris Evans sign your Avengers 4 with
that's-
Captain
no,
America.
Wait,
like,
read a sentence though. He said,
I know
"Oh, okay."
that's what I mean. Like Like if
Chris
he
Evans
could
has nothing to do with the creation of any comic.
Oh, that's true. Yeah,
exactly, so it fits. Like
Yeah.
you know for a fact, you see Chris Evans, you have your Avengers 4, you know that you're gonna try to get that dude to sign it because he is
or
Captain America.
Or what if you ran into Mick Foley? You just have him sign whatever, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like Mick Foley signed my forehead. He had
You
nothing
never
to do with
want
your creation,
just
right?
get it tattooed on because we all know that Dustin needs some new, better tattoos. So get a Mick
Wow.
Foley right on the forehead. He said it himself, like
JR, Mastodon's comment. JR has a surprising amount to do with Spider-Man before he had anything to do with comic books. You would be
Fact.
surprised. That kid was 13 years old designing characters with his dad. The Prowler was out of the mind of JR, who was a child at the time. He
Right.
created that character and wasn't even an adult.
Isn't that crazy?
That's amazing. I'm a huge JR fan. His art is nothing what it used to be, and
No.
he mails stuff in all the time. But that man is a comic book Hall of Famer all day.
Yeah, my favorite cover of his is ASM 100.
Boom.
Yep, hands down. Love that John Romita cover.
Yeah, you got 9.8 of that now, don't you?
I've got the first Romita on Spider-Man and Daredevil 16 slabbed up. Love it.
All right, so Chris Evans, Keanu, those crazy books. But yeah, Boom Studios is going to be the go-to
Boom,
on
yeah.
Netflix because they're waiting for Stranger Things to end because it's too similar to Something Killing Children, and they're just gonna relaunch it when Stranger Things is over.
And they've got the Power Ranger deal going already
Yep.
with Netflix, where they've been. You can mail all you want, but you're not talking personal preference. We're talking franchise and crowds and attention and everything.
Did the Power Rangers, the new live that came out, like was that enough to really help garner enough interest to do what you're saying?
No,
that has nothing to do with what we're talking
Boom,
about.
yeah,
That's been scrapped. The deal that that Netflix currently had, where they're buying like Sentai footage and all that and adapting, that's done and over with. Netflix is about to roll out their own exclusive on Netflix, brand new Power Ranger universe with supposed to have like a movie live show as well as animated.
Panda.
Hey.
Wait. Congratulations, everyone. Give congrats to Panda. He hit 500.
Oh, thank you.
Welcome to the Big Boy Club.
Yeah, and give it up for Legion. He got 700, man. You got it today.
Yep.
Give it up. Good job, everyone. Well done. Vincent, where you at?
I am at 363 right
There we
now.
go. We're getting closer.
Dude,
So,
you reached my goal of 330 on my Grow Together. So
right.
I'm just waiting for one more person to reach theirs. And I'm going to do an update on the giveaway this Sunday. So this way everybody can go check that out. So this way I can give out this last Ronin book.
Oh, badass, man. Badass.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I can't believe you're coming off of the last Ronin book, Panda. Do you have any extras to give away?
Man, what is this, a party?
Apparently it's a party, and it
Ow.
only happens after 9 o'clock, but it's all good.
What is up, Dustin?
What is up, one of the two bros?
What's going on, fellas?
How you doing? You want to come join this party?
Yeah, I just got home, so.
Good.
Wait, you just got home? Ain't you supposed to be getting in bed in like 15 minutes?
He's not that old. I mean, I should be. I'm old as F. I'm the oldest one on this channel right now.
No, you're not. I think I am.
I'm 33.
I'm 36.
Ah,
Damn.
you wise old man. Get to bed.
I turned 33 in September, so
There
I'm
we
right behind
go.
everybody.
Got a couple of cool
all
guys.
you youngins, man.
I know, right? Now I'm in trouble. All right. What you guys think about the future of Boom and Netflix?
Me and Nick have been saying Boom Studios was going to break out and go past Image for years now. If you watch our end of the year awards videos we've done, like Boom Studios from the very beginning, that was the one thing we've always said is we think Boom Studios has had the potential for a couple of years to absolutely bypass Image, leave everybody in the dust, and separate themselves as the preferred comic book publisher.
Especially for
They got good stuff.
No one's ever, in my opinion, no one anytime soon will ever pass the big two. It's just you don't have the franchise ability of it. Like they're established.
The money. They have AT&T and Disney money. Like Boom
I think they could outsell them in comic book. I mean, not as far as like overall, but with comic books, with the trash that Marvel and DC's putting out, I think that is absolutely Boom Studios could potentially at some point outsell them in books.
Yeah.
How about this?
I think it was a really good idea for Boom Studios. I was thinking that Boom Studios did a really good idea with partnering with Netflix, because what other superhero animated show, live action, whatever, has gone onto any other platform other than Amazon, HBO Max, Hulu,
Yep.
and that's it. And you have to pay for extras. You know, everybody and their mom has stolen those passwords for Netflix, and every home has Netflix. How many TVs do you know that actually have an Amazon button or an HBO Max button?
Right.
No, but there's a lot of remotes out there that have that Netflix button.
Yep.
And so I think Boom did an excellent job doing an untapped market for the kind of content that we're all looking for.
Correct.
Now,
So
what about the flip side to that, with Netflix not being financially viable company, and they haven't been in the green in years because they keep spending so much money buying up shows and putting out shows, and they pretty much just make enough money to keep the lights on.
You could say the same thing about Disney. You can say the same thing about Disney for years.
Well,
all those IPs and trying to make up for it later on the back end. It's just an investment. That's all it is.
I just know that, and I never assumed that about Netflix at all, because they're constantly growing and expanding their reach, and they're constantly expanding their catalog. But I just recently found out about how Netflix is like they're constantly just on the cliff. They keep themselves on the cliff, and I guess that's a good place to be if your goal is to continue to grow, because they haven't fallen off yet. So
no,
I don't see Netflix going away anytime soon, because like it's too good, and like they're pretty much like one of the first to really bring streaming to our homes, which bottom line is like where we all really want to be, because
just
like
because they're first doesn't mean that makes them last. It
doesn't
quality content. You know what I mean? Like
but they
Dustin
put out a lot of good stuff. Like it's consistent. Consistency is key, just like doing YouTube. Like if we consistently put our videos out, we're hitting 363 subscribers, 500, 700, and then these other two just going to the moon because whatever. But like it's important to remember that like Netflix is definitely like one of the big ones that we all want to like continue to watch, and with Boom Studio doing what Boom Studio be doing, like it's just going to keep getting better. So
y'all remember when you would just like get a movie in the mail from Netflix, watch it, and send it back in the mail? Yeah,
yep, I do.
That was awesome.
I still have a couple.
Yeah, a couple red boxes that never made it back to the red box.
But so Dustin, where do you think I watched your video a couple weeks back about the kind of like the comic market, what your brother did. Like, what do you think right now for the future of comics?
I think stuff like the big blue chip books, stuff that has
like the
always
GSX one that just sold.
Yeah, I think stuff that's always been around, that top echelon is going to stay. I think stuff like this selling for $500 and a 9.8. I don't think it has a chance.
What a steal!
Nuts!
I don't think it has a chance.
That's
so
that'll
crazy.
be showing up on the Burke fam Thursday night chat. No, I'm just I'm not gonna tell it.
I mean, I just I think there's a lot of stuff that's going up just because everything else is, because people are going in, getting back into the hobby. They're hunting down that nostalgia, and they've just got more money than sense. But I don't see everybody that's jumping in right now sticking around. And I think when that interest starts to fade, or people have to start going back to work and they have to get back to their normal lives, I don't think that stuff that like that Power Rangers, I mean, just some of the crazy stuff that's just been going up for no reason, that you're just like, why is that? There's nothing that important about.
That's a lot of books, though. That's a lot of books.
That's what I'm saying. So it's just like I don't see how everything could sustain. Right. And me and Nick.
Do you think it's gonna pop though? Do you think there's gonna be like a crash, or it's just gonna just?
I think it'll be a correction, a leveling out. I think that a floor will be reached where everything will just kind of be like the dust will settle finally, and a lot of stuff is gonna go way back down that didn't deserve to be as high as it was anyway. Like okay, X-Men 4. I love that book. I love Omega Red. I don't think that book is I don't think that book is staying as high as it is in a 9.8. I think once people realize
there it is.
There it is.
There it is.
Hey,
there she is. Panda's holding strong. I love it.
I mean, I kind of agree with you. Like I don't know why that book is so hot, other than the
people thought he was going to show up in the Falcon Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's not over yet. All right, we
He's
got
not
one
gonna
more
show up.
episode.
He's
money.
not coming.
He's not coming. Bet money.
We got one more episode.
Be the power broker.
Let's just put it out there, like the people who have those books and they wanted to sell them fuel these rumors.
Oh yeah, Panda. Like, why
No,
are you,
absolutely.
you have the 9.8.
Yes.
Where's like you? It's so tempting to sell it, right?
No.
It's
No,
not.
he's been waiting
No,
on that 9.8.
I've learned my lesson because that UF4 that I had is no longer in my possession.
The
I
9.8.
don't
Yeah.
talk about that book.
Who'd you
The
sell it
yeah.
to?
Huh?
How much you sell it for?
I sold it before the hype came up because for however many months it was holding. But you know what?
At least you didn't let a freshly pressed and clean 9.8 candidate go for $100.
That's true.
I didn't have a whole lot of choice in it, but yeah, that's what I did.
But
And
you made a profit.
3 days later, the Sony announcement happened, and
I remember that. I wish I but you made
Well,
you made a profit.
I definitely made over $900 in profit
Yeah.
because of how much I was into that book.
Right.
I bought a $40 mystery box, and then
Wow.
I got it.
I love
I
it.
cracked it, pressed it, went from a 9.4 to a 9.8.
Yeah. Mad about that
And-
one.
Yeah,
A
and
$40 mystery box. Are you fucking kidding
Yeah.
me?
Yeah,
so
Hey, that's
I was
almost
into
as
it.
good as Skeff getting an Invincible #1 first.
hey, that's
print.
nothing. Did you guys see that
Oh.
$100 mystery box I got? Come on, y'all
Oh,
can't
that was
touch me.
the worst. I loved every minute of that video.
Dude.
When you threw the books. I loved
That was the fucking best part. I was like, "Are
Yeah.
you kidding me?" Like,
Look, I'll say it on Vince's channel because nobody will ever hear it. But the guy literally told me in the DMs on Instagram he pulled those books out of a crack house, and that's why they look like that.
Yeah.
wow.
Like that makes it okay. Like I got them out of a crack house. Didn't clean them up. Didn't change bags, boards. Not a damn thing.
I
Just
rescued them.
Like, but
is
let's
your
point
name.
out why was he in the crack house?
Yeah,
What was-
like what?
No one
and apparently-
accidentally shows up at a crack pipe.
And apparently he was getting mad because he was saying that I did him wrong because I didn't say that there were GP books, and I was like, that was the first thing out of my mouth. I talked about there
What
was
was
grand
GP?
prize books. There was a bunch of them. Apparently, he told me at one point my box had a grand prize in it, the X Factor 6.
I mean that is a decent book.
No, it's not.
Not when it's water stained,
That's like a
torn.
$30 book in a
In a
very
in a
good
fine.
condition. In good
Yeah.
condition.
Not when it was
Yeah.
dipped into a toilet at the crack house
No.
and then given out.
No.
You got
Like-
some toilet paper? I mean, I got the X Factor #6 and that
Like-
over.
Like I'm just talking about the book itself, not the one that you got because that looked like garbage,
It could
like
have.
Yeah.
hot doo-doo water.
Yeah, Dustin, that sucked, man. I'm sorry.
But I mean, it is what it is. I mean,
So don't buy anymore. Like stop. Like
he's
stop
doing another
dipping
round right
into
now.
it.
If anybody wants to go grab one, he's doing another round. But
I
we've
know,
been
shit, I
blocked.
might do a mystery box filled with nothing.
But you know,
I mean, there's a lot of people out there like with credible mystery. I don't buy mystery boxes, but there's some really, really credible places with mystery boxes that you can like source and see people open all the time that are half that price with
It's hard.
10 times more value to them.
It's
Yeah,
hard.
So it's.
there were some guys on Instagram.
Did you intentionally go to get like a rough one? Or does this guy have like credit with mystery boxes? Or
He
something?
does have
Not-
credit.
Yeah, I mean he sells books all the time, but I mean like crazy
Yeah.
prices. And I just saw, and I was like, he had been talking to us all the time. And I was like, all right, let me check this out. Let me just see.
You're like,
And
"Yeah."
yeah, but see after that, these guys on Instagram, the Comic Bros, they reached out to me and they were like, hey, we do mystery boxes. Would you be interested if we sent you one and just review it for us? And I was like, okay, yeah, sure. I'll have to pay for it, and I can make the content. Sure. I said I'll just put the books in the bro box, and we'll go that way. I was like 1,000 times more impressed with those guys. 1,000 times more impressed with those guys. So that video will be out this week. But
Good.
the packaging on that $100 box, it was literally like a piece of cardboard on each side, and the books are hanging out all over the place.
He
stuck
didn't
into a
even put
bubble
any
maker.
wood in it. I can't
No.
believe he didn't put any wood in the box at all. Like, what was he thinking?
I could not believe. I couldn't. I told Nick, I was like, "You should be ashamed."
He used it. They used. I was like, why wouldn't you stack them to like next to each other and make it flat instead of? I was so. I'm glad.
Why didn't you cross it? Why didn't they cross it? Like
I was so confused.
Like,
He's
what?
been trying to get real slick with his packaging, and I think he outsmarted himself that time.
I'll be all the books are fine and they're gonna be okay. It was just a little like, what is happening? I'm so nervous.
Now that Defenders book you got, I think was a key. I don't know if y'all realize that. I commented on it.
Yeah,
I think it was the first appearance of the Records. Was it Defenders 18?
Yeah,
I got that book. Got it packed up to send to Remy Q as an AOK right now.
Yeah, I'm giving mine to B. Ramey. He wanted it. I mean,
Nice.
I think total, like, it ended up being like maybe like $40 value and all that.
Yeah, and in a
It's just
good
like
copy,
hot
that
garbage,
Defenders
though.
book
Stuff
is
you
like
can't move.
$50, in a high grade copy.
Yeah.
Like
And B. Ramey's the only person I've ever bought mystery boxes from. Granted, I bought one from you, Dustin, to help fund the Ninja Turtle adventure you were on, which I don't regret doing, and I was able to use to give back out and giveaways of stuff I didn't care for. But B. Ramey guaranteed fun. You know what I'm saying? It's all first series, main characters, mix match across the board. Like I bought 2 from him.
I think Panda got the best mystery box I've ever made in my entire life. Like, I put the first Bishop in there, the first War Machine in there, both near mint copies. Like those, like he said, make me an $80 mystery box, and like those 2 books by themselves are hitting like $80 a piece. I'm like,
the War Machine's even higher than that now.
I'm like, damn, I hooked Panda up.
The War Machine's way up there now. That's over $100 now. Like at my Honey Hole, there's a copy at my Honey Hole that's $100, and
I paid $20 for mine. I was so happy to have it, but I was trying to fund that stuff, and I was just like, all right, like I'll let this one go. But like when I made those, what was it, like $15 mystery boxes, $20 mystery box, like I made sure there was number ones, there was signed books in there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, everything was in nice bags and boards. I mean,
but that's because that's your name out there, right?
Yeah, but I was still worried that I wasn't going to hit like at least $15, $20 in value. Like I was still like, you know, and it's like, it's not hard to hit that value, but you know, I was still like, oh my God, I hope nobody gets pissed off at these. But like this dude didn't give a damn.
I feel like if I was going to do any mystery box, I had this thought I would do a mystery box for like 1,000 subscribers, but it'd be like a guarantee of like the books that you get, like call it 5 books. They're going to be major first appearances or number ones, and that's it. Like it's like a no frills. There's no fillers. There's no random ass books or nothing. Like you have a chance to win 5 big books in value from like $100 to like $200 or something like that. All big key books as a mystery box for 1,000 subs. Like, I mean, like to me, like if I'm going to do a mystery box, I don't want any filler. Give me important books, minor, major, number ones. Like that's what I want, but nobody really does that. And I don't know. Like the mystery box just doesn't
expensive.
It would be, but like you make it exclusive enough. Like make it exclusive enough, and then maybe you hit an invincible.
What is it? Those eye candy mystery boxes?
Yes, I guess so. Maybe.
Did DJ Links open that eye candy box? It was like an $800 mystery box, but he got like almost 2,000 worth of. It was insane.
Yeah.
He got ASM 361, ASM 362,
in 9.8.
All 9.8s.
That to me is worth a mystery box. I mean,
yeah,
you're paying for it.
The value.
You're paying for it.
Yeah, when he bought the mystery box versus when he opened the mystery box, the values of those books had gone up by hundreds of dollars in just that small time span.
And that's what I would want in a mystery box. If I'm going to pay that kind of money, I expect major first appearances. I expect number ones, not
and what's
of
cool
like
is and
a
nobody
random year.
Because like when they sold the mystery box for the price it was, that was the value of the books. Yep. But by the time it gets to the person, the value of the books went up. So now they got more than their money's worth, and the seller didn't lose a penny.
Correct.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's how that's the good side of what you're talking about, Vincent. Like it's that uphill trend, especially right now. The seller's not going to lose, and the buyer's going to win at the same time. It's
right.
really a win-win.
And like that's kind of like, I mean, like I said, it would be for like 1,000 subscriber giveaway, but like I would make it worth the while. Like the books that you're going to receive if you win the mystery box, like they are major books. Like
Would it
they're
be
going
one
to
winner?
stay value. It'd be one winner.
Oh, so okay, I got you. Cool.
It would be like exclusive enough to that where it'd be like, okay, like I'm gonna pull some stuff out of the PC that my body is ready to part with.
My
But
body.
Body, you have to prepare it. You just add it all over. It's ready.
But it would be big books. Like, you know, it would be decent books. You know, like the grades would vary, but like if you were somebody that's like, man, I really wanted to have like a Tomb of Dracula #1, or I want to have, you know, what other like major kind of book or first appearance. It's like, man, if only I could have that book. And then holy shit, I'm the fucking winner of the mystery box for 1,000 subs, and I got 5 books and they're all bangers. Like that's what I'd want to do to give back to the community if I hit 1,000.
He's talking this thing up. This thing better. It better.
I'll be disappointed when I win.
Right? It better deliver, man. You're talking it up hard.
Right.
I mean, there's a lot of time between like here and then, so like
Or
the opportunity.
Or there could be positive. There could be. It couldn't be. Like it could be pretty quick.
But you know,
gonna pop.
it would be like the value would be good. Like it would be solid. You know, there might be some like big blue chips, or there might be like some like, you know, late Silver Age, early Bronze Age, you know, decent books and stuff like that. But you know, that's what I would want in a mystery box. So kind of like how Mark was talking about DJ links and stuff like that.
I want to do a mystery box called Slab Skeff's Mystery Box, and it's a big box of nothing, or you get a slab.
That sounds like it sucks.
Dude, that's ridiculous. I would be so bad. That'd be like Dustin when he opened his wood box and I was worried because when you started hammering on that, I was like, man, I hope is that a slab in there? Because I know you picking up a slab. It's like you better not be cracking.
So did Josh know that the Avengers 4 was not in there?
Yeah.
Okay, because the way he was acting, he was like, "Yo, why are you hitting it like that?" And I was just like,
See, here's the
does he not
thing.
know?
Like I said before we started it, I was like, hey, look, and I handed him the timeless Captain America, and I was like, hand me this first, and like we'll make like a little joke out of it. And they're like, oh yeah, that'll be funny. And then when they handed me that crate, I was like, and I thought I was in on the joke. Here we go. These jokers right here. Nicking his damn wood.
Yeah. He's got wood, doesn't he?
So going back to like that Future Comics. So you guys were at a show, Dustin. How do you feel the crowd was in anticipation to kind of getting like a con back? Like I feel that'd be kind of, I don't know. I feel like a lot of people would be excited to get back to that.
Oh yeah, for sure. Absolutely. And people were, I mean, they were buying books like crazy. The prices weren't like wild. I mean, of course, like, you know, anything that's really popping off right now, they made sure that they were on point with their prices. But then
Like,
there was some stuff that
you see any Daredevil number 9s or 10s?
but I mean, I wasn't even looking.
Okay.
Like I noticed like this one guy had Turtles first prints, 2, 3, 4. He had a Raphael 1. They were all priced accordingly. Raw copies, you know, Raphael 1, $600.
Oh God, that hurts my heart.
I love it.
I got Nick bought me my Raphael 1 2 years ago for my birthday for $40, signed by Kevin Eastman, because that was like the book I wanted so bad at the time. And I was about to buy it, and Nick's like, "Don't buy it." I was like, "Why?" He's like, "Don't buy it."
Hello.
And so he bought it for me. He got it for $40, and hopefully it'll be back from CGC by Christmas.
Well, the second
They had it since January.
Christmas.
It's a magazine book, so no.
Hey,
Yeah,
if it's
been
anything
with
like
the graders for 3 weeks, it's been in the graders room.
Oh,
bro, if it's anything
just
like how
walk through it.
Burks, how Steve was talking about, like his book just now came back and he sent it before Christmas in December. Like
That's the reason that my books are taking so long, because people
USPS
like
and all
me
that,
who
right?
didn't send books to the signing, my books go to the back,
Mhm.
and all the books for the signing get pushed to the front, even though my books were there months before.
Yeah.
But then, like, I fast tracked like 12 books.
Have you
And
got any update on those Something Killing Children books?
They just went into grading today. They've been there for 2.5 months, fast tracked.
I know
Fast
you
track.
fast tracked them.
Ooh.
Hey, Skeff, when you gonna send me something killing children #1?
I have a
Right
video one I
after-
can send you.
If he
You have
sends you one, I'm coming to El Paso or wherever the hell you live, and I'm infiltrating the building. I promise you that.
No, you're not.
He's gonna go in there Nosh style.
The book has dropped down in price. The book has dropped in price.
Hey, you got my
What is it,
address.
around
Just
700,
okay
800
it.
now?
It's
Hey,
at
okay.
800 now. It's time to buy.
If it gets back down to 500, I'll grab one.
I don't know, man. It's gonna take. You got to do it before the series comes back out.
I know.
You got to
I'm
do
still
it.
mad because I would have swore up and down I had a copy, and then when I was going through everything a couple months ago, I'm like, "Where's my #1 cover?" And I'm like, so then I just start digging through. I had every book in my collection on the floor, digging through these boxes, and then I'm like, "It's not here." I know I haven't sold it, and I'm like, "Did I just not pick one of those up? What the hell is wrong with me?"
Oh no. No, express your opinions. You can do that. This is a safe space.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Skeff, I'll grab one of those foil covers from you.
Hey, Adrian.
I stocked up on those things. I think I bought like 12 of them.
Adrian, I'll
Yeah.
send you one. I'll just send you one.
I had bought 3.
9.8?
I put 2 in bro
It's-
boxes and kept 1.
It's not graded, but if you want a 9.8, it's a 9.8 candidate. I guarantee you.
Oh, dude, I've got 4 of them.
Okay,
Here.
all right.
I'm good. Thank you, Vince.
All right, because like hey, I see you laughing over there, Dustin. You better stop it.
No, I'm saying he's like, I got 4 of them.
I just missed out on the boat on that, unfortunately. Same with Kanto,
it's
but it's what
okay. There's, you know what's
I
happening?
don't care.
More books are coming out. Always, they'll keep coming out. There's
I know,
gonna be
but it's
another
just-
Kanto. There's gonna be another Something Killing Children. Like, it'll happen.
Yeah.
Just give it
It's
time.
not the same. It's not the same. It's
You're
not
right.
the same.
It's not the same because those books are awesome.
They are awesome. I'm happy.
You totally missed out, bro.
I have a
I
couple.
totally
of,
get it.
I
I
have
totally
a couple
get it.
of those books.
But yeah, I
Couple.
just I want everything to calm down a little bit because yes, like how both of you guys did your videos talking about how everything's just been kind of crazy, especially with the past year, and like some of the I'm not even trying to go for like uber blue chip books because that takes time and patience and money, but like I'm trying to get some of these other ones that like are like somewhat decent, and those are like expensive. And it's like ugh.
Yeah, we actually bought a big investment book recently, so I'll be showing that off this week in a video.
Question about that. What are your guys' thoughts? We were talking about this, I think, before you popped in. The concept of like, you heard about the giant size X-Men selling for like 60, 70, right? What are your thoughts on like people like maybe like getting together and like purchasing a big boy book together as like an investment?
I'm not with it.
Sell later, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
because
so
my
not
thing
one
with
person is going to
later.
keep it at their house, right? Because I
From
nominate
from what
myself to
I've heard
keep it
people
at
talking
my
about putting them in like
house.
safety
We-
deposit boxes.
We
and
rent it
stuff.
out every weekend.
Well, my thing is like say the 5 of us decide we're gonna go buy AF-15,
Let's do
you
it.
know, for
I'm okay with
40K.
that.
Yeah,
all
I'm
right.
in. I'm so in.
Before any of us get to make money on that book, every one of us has to agree at the same time. Now is the time to sell it.
I'm
Or
sure that
you
there's an
sell out of your
agreement.
share. Or you sell out of your share.
Yeah, but what if
Mm-hmm.
everybody? What if everybody doesn't have the money to pay that price out, pay out for it though?
Then-
See, like these are problems that I think about. Like
It's
say
it's
2
literally
of
a
you guys
share,
have the
though.
money to pay out for my share, but one of you
But
don't.
you don't have to buy out evenly. Then those 2 people buy that person's share and split it amongst them. It's shares. It's percentages of a book. You get a percentage.
I guess.
Yeah, I mean it's
I think-
numbers.
I think
They're
it's-
rock solid.
I think
I wouldn't
that's-
even do it with Nick though. Like I don't trust anybody.
Oh, you just said.
Just might do it
I
with
thought
you.
you just said you and
Just
Nick
might do it with you,
went
buddy.
investment.
Oh no,
deals.
me and my wife bought a book.
Okay,
Oh, okay.
81, isn't it?
Like this was her idea.
You
We
normally,
actually
they,
bought-
normally they have the best ideas, and I'm just that's accurate.
We
I
actually
agree.
You
bought.
need to get your wife to call my wife to get some of these great ideas. 'Cause
we were driving home and from Nick's house, and we were watching JB talk about his wife and him deciding that instead of investing in the stock market, they're investing in comics. And she was asking me like, you know, is this going to work out for him? I was like, the books he's buying. I was like, yeah, probably. She was like, do you think this is something you could do? I was like, well, hell yeah. She was like, okay.
It's
She's like, why
what
don't I
I
ever hear?
do.
She was like, well, I never hear you guys talk about it. I said, it's just not our thing. I was like, I don't want that on my conscience, telling, advising people on what to do, and then they go do it, and then it doesn't work out, and then I have to go to sleep at night thinking about that.
Oh,
I was
man.
like, that doesn't mean that I don't have the ability and the knowledge to do it myself. She's like, okay, so why don't you take this much and, get us a Disney vacation out of it in a few years? I was like, well, here's the thing. There's about 3 books that I have enough faith in to spend that much money on. And every one of those are going to be at least 3 to 4 year holds. I said, so it's not going to be anytime soon before I'm going to get ready to get rid of it.
Mm-hmm.
So I picked the right one, and I'm already up $1,000 on it a couple of weeks after having it.
Yeah, it
has to be X-Men.
And a lot lot of people are going to
Avengers 4. He just got the Avengers 4. You know that's going to keep climbing.
That's not it.
Yeah.
That's a PC book.
Yeah, it's not the Avengers 4.
Well,
to
I know
me,
that you've
Avengers
talked heavily. You've talked heavily a lot about the next 181 that you come across. You're going to get. You've talked heavily about that.
What?
Like I've heard you mention that on the
it.
channel numerous times.
That's what he got. Yeah, look at him being all shifty.
And there's not
you,
a safer bet than 181 on the market right now.
Yeah,
especially with the mutants coming.
That's what he did.
We don't know what it is. It's okay, Legion. We have no idea.
No,
it's gonna be.
I think Mark hit it on the. I think Mark hit it pretty well.
See, Dustin, that one sitting behind me for so long is like, I have FOMO. I need Wolverine's second appearance, and I need it now. Dude, I'm a 181 owner, but I also live in reality. That is his second appearance.
Oh man.
I honestly, of the 2 books, 180 would be the one that I'd want to get because it does look really cool, and it's the one that I'd be able to actually afford realistically. And I've already got a giant 181 canvas right here. Like I'm
not
set.
The same.
Oh, it's bigger.
Bigger,
and I get to look at
situation
right now. For me, from where I'm at, yes, it's good. But
I also went and picked up a 9.6 Uncanny X-Men 266. I grabbed that for like $200, and
swearing us to secrecy right here. Do you mind throwing in the private what grade you got on the mystery book?
Yeah.
Like Mark really wants to know.
Yeah, I'm just curious. I mean, we're sitting here talking about it. I'm not going to ruin it or anything or put his business out there, but we're talking about it. I mean,
yeah.
And as a Grail book owner myself, it's really fun watching these books come up because my wife is 100% like invested in comics with me. She's like, again, this is the same wife that woke up at 3 a.m. in the morning because she was not going to miss the Snyder Cut. I was not going to watch it before her.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? We rode that one out together.
Damn.
We chased a 181 down and like, and we it was the 3rd time as a charm because we were going local on it. And I've got some great shops here, and I was 2 hours late to one that she alerted me to. 2 hours late, and I was the second person up for it, and the first person got it. The second one, the guy ended up not coming off of it. He just backed out. And then the third one was at my LCS from my LCS owner. And she didn't hesitate. She's like, let's get it. I'm like, yeah.
That's a great and it really takes that because the trick is like there's so much involved with it. Like my wife, like I finally did an inventory of all like the graded books I still have in the house, like a spreadsheet of like what I spent, grading fees and things like that, what I have invested into it, and then what the number is now that they're current, like what they're worth. You know what I mean? Like it's not real money because they're just potential value. Mm-hmm. And like it's all stuff that I've acquired in like the last year and a half, 2 years, like because I'm still fairly new to this. And she's like, it's worth that much. And I'm like, I mean, ballpark, yes. And she's like, well, you keep doing that comic thing. I'm going to go tell my dad. I'm like, okay, sounds great.
Yeah, I'm going to do a video with my wife where like, I'm going to show her like, hey, remember when you kind of got aggravated when I spent this much money on this book? Well, guess what it's worth now?
Yeah.
You know, so I think, and she sees it now too. And I told her with the book that we bought, I'm like, look, I was like, I got the guy to come down $800 on the price of this book. Whew. 2, I lucked up and found one that was never pressed or cleaned and had plenty of potential to bump up in grade. I was like, so we're already in the money by getting it $800 less than what fair market value is. Plus it has a potential to bump to a higher grade. And then on top of that, the grade I purchased is already selling for $1,000 more than I paid for it.
Yeah.
And see, at the grade that you may or may not have mentioned, there's a lot of room for growth because that's an area that more people are able to get in and shop around, which then as soon as the sales start happening, that next person is going to push it up. sale happens, the next person's going to push it up. When you start getting to the higher grades, you get less sales.
Yeah,
and
and that's what I told her. I was like,
Yeah.
I want to get something where my potential audience of buyers down the road is a lot
huge.
bigger.
Yeah.
Because how many freaking people have 9.0 to 9.8 money for a lot of these big books? Like, even if I had an extra $100,000 laying around,
Reggie,
like, bro, I'm not putting it on a book though. Like, I can't do that.
Well, Dustin, it's different.
Mine's already 15 more than I paid for mine right now. I just checked. I haven't checked it since I bought
What's
it.
your grade?
4 or 5.
Oh, okay, yeah.
How long have you had it?
Probably about 6 months. Not
Okay.
quite around there. Mhm.
Okay.
that's
And it's
awesome.
jumped up like $1,500. That's crazy.
It is. But it's one of those
Never
things where
been cleaned or pressed either. But I'll never crack it.
I'll buy it.
Oh, I'm
Buy it
cracking
off you.
the hell out of mine.
Oh,
I'm
come on.
sending
Yeah,
mine
but,
to-
I mean,
I'm sending mine to Skeff's guy with my Marvel Spotlight 5. Both of those are going to him to get pressed and clean.
I've been like,
That's
I've
what
gotten,
I need is that
I've gotten
Marvel
so
Spotlight
lucky
5.
with my
Yeah.
CPRs this year. I've nailed almost every one of my CPRs this year with a grade. Only one out of the 15 books I've cracked, pressed, and resubmitted ever come back lower.
Yeah, he's got Dumbledore up there working on his books in New York.
got
man.
it.
But I
can't
got a
wait.
good eye for it.
Like I'm if I ever do another CGC, I'm gonna be. I've already told Skiff this on multiple occasions. I'm using his dude. Like, I'm gonna send it to him and be like, work your magic and just do whatever. Just tell me how much it's gonna cost.
Dude, Eric, I've fully tried. I've used Eric a couple of times now. Comic book underscore pressing, and he's taken out of 5.5 caliber presents #1, the first appearance of the Crow. He took it from a 5.5 to an 8.0.
Man, I was trying to look on eBay for that book the other day too, and that's surprisingly expensive.
Yeah,
Still.
you want to look at one?
Yeah.
Yes. Here,
I
bring
used
your thing.
Avery
I want to
press
see this.
for my Turtles books, and
Let
he
me
did.
go get it. You can take
Go
me
get
off
it.
full
Go
screen.
get it. Go get it. I want to see it.
Dustin, you did a good job.
Oh yeah. Like I said, I got one of my books back, and I was expecting it to be like a maybe a 9.0 if I got lucky, and it hit a 9.4. It hit so high they had to put it in another grading tier.
Any news about that book you did that tirade video on?
Oh, I haven't sent it yet. I'm gonna
Okay.
probably send it to your guy with the other two.
Good, you're good, man. I was just curious.
So, but
You're
yeah,
talking about the 9.2, right?
yeah. But see, I've got to do this pre-screen with Panda and
Oh, yeah, you
B-Rain.
guys doing a pre-screen together. That's exciting.
Yeah, and my presser, the guy that I was going to get to press those, he's just my LCS owner.
Yeah, you told me
because
about
these
that
are
guy.
just minor issues, but he's been backed up, and then he had his appendix. He had to get it taken out. So like,
Ooh,
it's
rip.
just been a long ordeal. And now CGC's taking so long. I'm like, man,
You see what the
even if
turnaround times are nowadays for the CGC?
yeah, it's crazy.
29 days for fast track and 53 or 4 days for regular.
And magazines,
Jesus.
I just got told today by CGC, magazines just went up to 94 business days.
Dude, if you get a magazine size graded, oh, you're mute. We can't hear you.
Sign language.
There we go. Yeah. You're good, mate.
All right, what you got? I want to see this caliber.
There's the first Ramito on Spider-Man. I thought I'd grab that while I was there.
Love it. I
Never,
want it.
never been cleaned or pressed. Don't care to. That's just my PC. Love it.
Do you know what the notes are on it?
Yeah, I scanned it and read it. With CBCS, it's
free
super
notes.
easy.
Yeah, free
Yeah.
notes. I love it.
Yeah, CBCS is really winning the game right now. If they would just put white boxes around their numbers, I'm all in. There's my 181.
Right.
Never been cleaned or pressed.
I want that book.
What, the 181?
Yeah.
Can't have it.
Look at that.
All right.
Oh,
Oh my God.
What a cool thing, man. What
dude,
a
that
cool
is
thing.
so
James
nice.
O'Barr.
Honestly, like, I think I'd rather have that than try and, I mean,
That's a cool book. I love it.
the Crow #1 is a great book to have. If I get a third print, yeah, but like the caliber would be really cool to have.
And see, when I talk to people who are James O'Barr fans, or that don't have this, yeah, but what I really want is the Crow #1. I'm like, no, it's not. You just don't have this. I get it.
Right.
Yeah, like that. It's a really cool cover as it is, and that's going to be just as rare, if not more
Screams
rare.
90s. The paper quality is garbage on these books too.
Of course
you know
they
what
are.
I mean? Caliber
Yeah.
was not on top of their game, and to get this in that grade, I'm just beside myself.
Yeah, that's awesome. The other thing too, you had that CBCS slab, so
I got
I
a lot
think
of CBCS.
Skeff, does your dude like if I wanted to use him as a presser,
I do.
if I wanted to use him as a presser, send the books, work his magic, send it back to me.
Yeah.
Does he do that service, or is he only shipping out to CGC after he does a press?
He can actually ship to CBCS as well.
Okay.
But he can ship them back to you.
Okay. Well, the only reason why I asked is because CBCS is here in Dallas. I literally could just go drop them off, but I'd like to use your presser for that stuff, so I just wasn't sure.
Speaking of CBCS, I just sent a book for him to get pressed for me, and I had to go to CBCS.
It's got a signature.
It's got 4 signatures on it.
Oh, nice.
4?
4.
That's $100 just for the verification right there.
It's a big book though. It's a Spider-Man book. So
nice.
Oh, at 300, huh?
I picked up a Spider-Man book with 3 signatures.
No, this one's got 4 for an Ultimate Fallout 4.
Nice.
This is going to come back as a 9.8
from the verification.
Yep, yep.
That Alex Ross signature, and
that's the San Diego Comic-Con book. That's a great book.
It's got both of them. 9.8. Did not get them cleaned or pressed.
Those were really clean out of San Diego Comic-Con.
Yep.
They're clean books. Homage to the number ones. But yeah,
I was talking to my LCS owner, and he said the only books, like, because they're like a CBCS sort of like whatever, you can submit CBCS through that LCS.
Yeah.
And he said out of all the books he submitted, the only thing he's got above the 9.8 came from Alex Ross's shop. And yeah, they asked me if I wanted to clean or press them. I said, why would I clean or press a brand new book that's only been in my hands and in my long boxes? They've been getting pressed sitting in my long boxes for over a year. There's no reason. Like if it doesn't hit a 9.8, that makes no sense.
Correct. Correct.
So what were you saying, Skeff?
I was saying it's an Ultimate Fallout 4 that's quad signed.
Ooh, I'm trying to guess on who all wrote on it.
It's
Crane, Hickman.
Crane. Do you have Bendis on there? Okay.
What's up, Jason?
Hickman.
Yep. Hickman, Crane.
Was it the kid that played Miles?
No, it's Pacelli.
Okay.
Okay.
And then Spencer.
Oh,
nice.
Hard one to get. Spencer's a hard one to get. So.
What grade do you think it'll be?
Oh, easily a 9. Yeah, just a 9. It's a fun fact. The copy that I sent off is a copy that I picked up off the rack.
Oh, that's cool.
From when it came out, and then a year later I stopped collecting. But that's a copy I picked up off the rack, and that was like the first book I brought with me to a big show that I had Pacelli sign, and I had Crane sign, then I had Spencer and Hickman sign. Like it was just one I carried with me.
Yeah. So this is just for your PC then.
Mental value then, right?
Yeah, boy. Yeah, I can't wait to get it back.
One.
Yeah, that's not a resale book.
No. Because it'll only be a 9, so it'll only be worth like 1,000.
This one is.
Is that the Hutchinson book?
Of number 1?
Yeah,
I'm not a big fan of her art. I don't know why.
Yeah, these are both number 1s I'm sending in for the pre-screen.
For the pre-screen? That's a good pickup, sir.
I was going to say, I just got the ones of 7.
Those are going to be see you bye.
These ones, the ones that are the Slim Shady.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love those. He
just sent us
really
our
cool.
boxes that should have those in it.
I saw that on the background for the live you were doing Panda of your thumbnail, and I was like, hold on. It's what is the Slim Shady LP doing over there? I'm confused. And then I saw the Department of Truth down there in the bottom right. Yeah. That's pretty sweet.
That's the Megan Hutchinson cover.
Surprisingly, I think that was like one of my first rap albums I ever purchased when I was like 9 or 8.
I got some exciting news. So guess who might finally be getting an intro for his channel? This guy, finally.
Is it just you going, yes.
I have that clip made. It's 45 seconds of me just going, what's up?
Oh my God.
That did not bode well with the critics. So I scrapped that idea. And
Who are the critics? Because they've obviously lost their minds.
Yeah.
Right.
Correct.
That's the one.
Don't tell your wife I said that.
She's a sweetheart. She thinks I'm crazy anyway, so she wouldn't believe it. So, fun fact here is that I actually had someone to reach out to me on Instagram saying like, "Hey, Skeff, like you guys get those messages where people like reach out like, oh, I love your stuff." I'm like, "Oh, I don't know why. It's ridiculous, but I appreciate it." And then he messaged me back. He's like, "I noticed you don't have an intro." I'm like, "Oh, okay, yeah, I don't. I'm just very inadequate with intros, and I don't want to pay anyone on Fiverr, nor do one myself." So he's like, "I'll help you. I'll make you an intro." I'm like, "Oh, that's cool. Thanks, bud. I appreciate that." He's like, "Yeah. So my job is he's just the head of story at DreamWorks."
Wow.
What?
You're about to have a badass intro.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Nick is about to be hella jelly.
Yeah.
Nick is gonna lose his shit. It's like, what?
Yeah.
Well, when we have a new intro in 3 weeks, you'll know why.
Yeah. So I shit you not. My wife's like, "Make sure you're not getting catfish." I'm like, "Why would anyone catfish this?" She was like, "Make sure he's real." So I had a video conference meeting with him, like via like phone, obviously.
Mhm.
He lives in California, works at DreamWorks. Like,
Did he have like Monsters Inc. guys sitting with him or anything? I mean,
he was wearing like he was in his office like with his official like DreamWorks t-shirt on. He's working on a movie.
Did he have that lamp going on?
No, that's Pixar.
Bouncing around.
we're just gonna see Skeff. Booty.
Yeah, that'd be great. I want to do that
as he's doing this.
That would be hilarious.
Can you put me on the moon and like fish? Would that be okay? Or that copyright infringement?
Yeah, that might be a little bit copyright.
What's up, y'all, from the moon?
Oh, God.
So yeah, so he said like he'll get it done in like a month, and I'll just kind of leave it as like I won't spoil what it's gonna be, but it's gonna be a lot of fun.
Okay, cool. Did
awesome,
he tell you how long it's gonna be?
It's
A
gonna be like
month.
7 seconds.
7 seconds. Okay.
Yeah,
It's gonna be a
An
month
intro.
long. He said.
No. The intro. Oh my God, shut up.
But yeah, so I'll be finally one of the cool kids with an intro. It only took me a year and a half and to get lucky and have someone do it for me.
I'm just buying my time that same way too. But like, it is what it is. That's awesome.
It was a win on a day that I really needed it. I was having an off day, and he just messaged. I'm like, "This isn't real," and he's like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "Well, how much is this going to cost me?" He's like, "It's going to cost you an A-OK." I'm like, "Oh, what? You're just gonna do it?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm just gonna do it." I'm like, "I don't deserve this." Okay.
You better send him Something's Killing the Children #1.
I'm gonna send him something, but I'm afraid he won't give me his address, so I might have to just send him like a fan letter to DreamWorks saying, "Hi, I'm looking for so and so. Could you go ahead and let me get his information?" So
Hey, I'm sure you could call the front desk and be like, "Hey, I'm trying to get attention, blah blah blah." Just pull some Hannibal Lecter stuff.
Oh man, I am not creepy enough as it is. But yeah, so I'm finally getting an intro, and then like he said it'll take him about a month because he has to get his like sound design team to work on it. I'm like, "Oh, okay, sounds great."
Wow, that is amazing.
Man.
Yeah,
That's
Nick is
awesome.
going to be super jelly. He is he's going to be losing his mind in a month.
I was just unlucky that I was just like, "This is cool. I was just humbled and just like, I don't deserve this, but that's awesome.
No, you definitely do, man.
It was so cool. So, I guess to tie it back all in, so like, so how long do you think it's going to take before, like Dustin, you were mentioning this earlier, we're like the plateau, right? What do you think? 6 months? A year?
I think a year maybe before stuff starts to level out.
Okay. But everyone's still here. Everyone here is like, regardless, like most people are still buying, right?
I'm pretty much like, I honestly, I don't even know what else I even want.
Would you buy a 9.8 Something's Killing Children?
If it was in the 500 range, but that's about it. Like,
no, I'm curious. You two down there, like, what would be your price point to pick that book up if you believe that it's going to go higher?
If I believe it's going to go higher, about 450, 500.
Okay.
For a number one of Something Is Killing the Children?
Yeah.
I wouldn't even buy it. That's just me. I mean, I read the series, I pick it up, but I wouldn't touch that series with a 10-foot pole.
Okay.
I'm the same way. Like,
name,
I'm not.
Name me another independent series since the inception of independent series comics that has legs like that.
Walking Dead.
Like, and watch what it's doing right now. Look at the
Walking
star
Dead.
power. Look at the Walking Dead's been going down over the last year. Me and my best friend have been watching it because he has all of them. He's been trying to offload, and he's been watching it. We've both been watching it go down, so he's waiting and hoping for the Rick Grimes movie.
The number one in graded has gone back up tremendously.
Dude, the
Like, what, the last
9.8.
month?
No,
Like
not
the-
even 9.8. The 9.2s, the 9.4s, the 9.6s of
He,
issue number
he's
one.
got it. He's got it in a 9.6. He's got the whole run. He's trying to offload.
Dude, the 9.6 has I think doubled in the past 6 months.
Yeah.
Of number one. I've been paying attention to that.
9.8s are going for $3,500.
That's like that's under where they were at the heat of everything. That's
See-
still that's still down from like the popularity of Walking Dead. So he's waiting and hoping that this Rick Grimes movie that's been rumored forever is actually going to happen. So these Walking Dead books at the moment, that number one is just in the middle of this inflation that we're going through. But it's again that when that market levels off, where's it going to be? What's that book's true potential? And like that's one book that became a cultural phenomenon.
What do you think is going to happen with Invincible then? Invincible
Invincible,
number one.
this is going to. I mean, number one's going to hold value in the long run, but nothing like it is right now with the series out. Again, it's an animated show. You've already just reduced your market of viewers just like that. I mean, comic people are watching it. You have a lot more people that don't care about comics checking it out just from the hype and the fanfare from their comic book friends. The general audience isn't watching that. They're not even caring about it. They don't give two craps about that.
It'll take a
comics.
few years. It'll take a few years for like that show to like really take off, and like people are going to lose their minds and be like, "Why haven't we seen this?"
I love it. I absolutely love it. I think it's fantastic.
It's really good. I like it too.
Look. You have to look in the past to predict the future. You know what I mean? It's that simple. Look at when has there ever been an animated show that has turned something into like a
Ninja Turtles.
I was waiting for
Turtles
it.
and
I was
Power
like,
Rangers again, cultural phenomenon that you have children, a children's show that now that you, the child that loved that, has grown up. Now that me, the child that grew up with Power Rangers, has grown up. We're spending our grown-up money on our childhood. So there's no kids growing up watching Invincible. They're going to be like one day like, oh, I need to repurchase my childhood. Like a good comparison for that would be like Beavis and Butthead or Ren and Stimpy for us, more adult content cartoons. Like you got to put it into a comparable bracket, not just get caught up in the hype of it all. I mean, I think it's fantastic. I love seeing these books go up, but the reality of it is it's a timed out market. Like it's going to exist for this time and then it'll go down. It'll never be worthless by any means, but it's not. Now is not the time to buy anything. You don't buy stuff in the middle of a hype or a craze. If you didn't get on beforehand, just like Skeff said, the next thing's coming. If you get on it, you do. If you don't, you don't. Don't pay $300, $400 for something is killing the children. Number one, if you
never would do it.
If you were lucky enough to get in on it, congratulations. If
I'll pay $300 for a Juggernaut first appearance.
Absolutely.
But I'm not
I
paying
would be buying that book to
$300
resell. I'd be buying that book for me to keep.
That's a different story. Yeah. Well, no, I was going to say if you're looking for something that's killing the children to keep, not the time to do it. If you're looking to resell it, then you, if you're catching something well below FMV, get it and sell it. But PC books, you never buy in the heat of things.
I'm of the same opinion. Like it's such a modern book. It's so recent and so new. Like we need to. I want to see how much more it's going to do. And if I come across it, then sure. But like I'm not about to spend over $100 for a cover A raw.
What do you think of show hits? How much higher will it go if a show hits?
It'll easily go a few hundred higher while the show's going on.
No,
it will.
As soon as it gets announced, will you think it'll double?
Well, I think I don't know if it'll double because like
Gore did.
we have to.
Gore God of Thunder doubled more than
right, but you also have to look at the compare.
It's not
like
hard for that book to double. It wasn't like it was an expensive book until that happened.
That's true, but it's still.
It was just a Thor book until he was announced. Then
this something's killing children. I look at how much it has went up. Even before everything went crazy, this book was going up like crazy with nothing announced, with no news.
But there wasn't any news. But again, there were the rumor and the speculations, which I'm sure you're aware of. People saying this is going to get optioned.
Oh well, yeah. Hell,
I think that people are buying some more spec books over with like Boom and stuff right now than they are
stuff like crazy.
Yeah,
but I think a lot of people didn't jump on with that book until that first trade came out, and then everybody started reading that first trade. That first trade sold out worldwide ASAP, and people started reading it like, holy shit, I missed out. And of course, when you like something that much, if you're a real collector, I can't say if you're a real collector.
Just say it.
If you're a
I know what
collector
you
like
mean.
me, like the way I collect, I'm not okay with just having the trade paperbacks. I gotta have
only on the
Give
Monday
me
night Jibber Jabber.
So if you're a real collector, you want them singles, you know,
The
Yeah.
floppy, son.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
so
Get good, son.
going nuts trying to buy the singles and find the singles, and then Ross Ritchie jumps on Instagram. This is the rarest one that was ever printed. Just saying. Don't want to really make any riffs in the water there. But
I think the rarest one has got to be your Jenny Frizen covers that are mislabeled.
No, because when I looked on eBay, I went on eBay and looked and started looking at slabs. Dude, it's about half and half.
Oh man,
You want to know something interesting thing too? If you look at the number ones in eBay, look at the number one graded ones on eBay. Not all of them say first appearance of Erica Slaughter. Ones that I have don't have that on there, and they were one of the first couple ones graded. So
yeah. Well, that's the same thing with the Legends of the Dark Knight.
Well, that's
from Death
gotta
Metal
knock,
with
like,
the
half price off.
that
Right.
1 in 25 first appearance of Robin King. The people who rush to send that to CGC, they come back with just the issue number. But after the market settles, like my copy of it, I've got that in a 9.8, that 1 in 25. But I waited to send mine in, and it has first appearance and origin of the Robin King on the label.
So is there a jump
go down
in
to, like,
numbers
$4?
between the labels that actually have first appearance of Erica Slaughter to the ones that don't?
It's interesting though, because there's more of them that have it than they don't because of the quantity that have been released. So it's like like as it goes on, there'll be less and less copies of the ones that don't have it on there, which I thought was kind of cool.
That's
like,
how it takes a minute for CGC to put into their system and make it
Right.
a part of their labels.
Yep.
Everything I'm seeing right now that's listed for sale for the number one's got Erica Slaughter first appearance on it.
Yep.
So
I have like 4 of them that don't have it. Which I just thought it was
I
kind of
don't think mine does either.
So does that
you know
mean
what?
the one that has that doesn't have the first appearance of Erica Slaughter, that it's worth more or less than because it doesn't have it? I'm just trying to see how much I'm going to pay for that. Something is killing children #1 off you. I'm just saying.
that pisses me off so much when they mislabel shit and they don't put that on there. Like,
Yeah.
it's so aggravating. And also, honestly, it's aggravating as hell is when I'm looking for books on Go Collect and they don't have that information listed on. It's like, what the hell are you people doing?
Yeah,
like
other websites, man. You got to use all the websites.
Oh, I definitely use all the websites, but like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, come on now.
If my Something Killing Children books don't come back 9.8s.
Ooh, man, boy! After all that time, it was they're all at least they all kind of went up in value before we set them off.
Yeah,
that's good news there.
Guy at my shop there that one of the business partners there, he sent in his recount #1, and he actually, the all black variant,
Scarface one.
Ooh,
no, that's the Brian Silverback. So I'm talking about the all black one with all the clowns. I've got that one too. And we both bought it at the same time, and he sent his in. And I was at the shop while he's packaging it up because I was looking at it and I was like, man, he had just got his. And I was like, man, I'm going to buy this right now. And I did. But his was perfect. He just got it back. And I mean, one of the corners on it is just like that.
Damn.
They hit him hard for it too. And he put it in a top loader. Put the top loader in a Gemini, bubble wrap the Gemini, put the Gemini in a priority box. I mean, I'm watching the man do.
Watch him pack it up, right?
Wait, that's why they did it. They were paying him back for that. Like, they probably got pissed that it took them 4 hours to unbox that book. So they're like, man, the hell with this dude.
Oh, here's an interesting thing. Did he just use one bag? Or one port,
I was going to say, putting it in a top loader doesn't mean anything for protection.
Correct.
Because that top loader has so much space that it could be wiggling around in there.
Right.
I've had books in top loaders that have come back, and they're now detached from the cover because of how much they rattled inside that top loader. So I know not to ever put my books in top loaders.
If you depending on the size of the top loader,
right,
you get the Silver Age top loaders and put a Silver Age Mylar with a full back in there. I mean, it fits tight. I've got some that fit tight in there.
Good.
and his was in there like that because I mean, like I said, this thing was bulletproofed.
Good. Yeah, I mean, you got to do, and at the end of the day, it's one of the things. Like, I always tell people this, like, it fucking sucks, but you're taking a risk every time you send the book off. Like, it's just a risk, and it's fucking awful. It's terrible. You know what I mean?
My thing is like, dude, if you drop a book, like, just say something. Like you gotta own up to it, though. Right? Like, you can't just say like,
"Whoops,
hey, I don't know, man. Like, you should have had this press, bro. Like, who sent the book in like this?"
Like, we're gonna.
Have you seen the new thing that's going on with CGC right now, though?
Tell me, Adrian.
That a lot of the books that have been pressed, when they sit there for those 3-4 months before they even get into the receiving, they start getting those waves because Florida is not the driest state in ever. I mean,
lived there for 14 years. I'm very aware of that.
Swamp. Whew. It is swamp weather out there. You get swamp ass just from stepping out of the shower.
Even up in the northern Sarasota.
Bro, that's so true.
Yep.
That's how it is.
So true.
That's how it is here.
Yeah.
Where are you?
We got it bad out here too.
I'm in Augusta, Georgia, where we literally
you
have
guys are
swamp.
both in Georgia.
Yeah, that's swamp ass central right there.
Yeah.
Hey, this is the same thing here in Texas. Like Dallas, man, it's starting to get hot up in here.
I'm telling you right now, dude. I walk out the house at 5 o'clock in the morning, raising hell, cussing everything and God too, because it is so hot.
Wearing shorts and a shirt with no undershirt. Like the shirts that I ordered
in the truck.
The shirts that I ordered for the business are like those. I have to wear a polo style shirt, but I'm ordering like that athletic material that you can get wet and it
dry
and it breathes and like I walk out of the house and I'm already like trying to pull my boxers off myself. I'm like, God,
and you're peeling it off too. You're not just taking it off. You're peeling it off.
It's like 8:30 in the morning. I got like a sweat line down my back already.
Bro, yeah, it's
just
crazy.
the humidity.
Yeah, thankfully, Dallas, the humidity level is more manageable versus Houston. I grew up in Houston up until I moved up here in Dallas back in 2000, but like it's still the same, dude. Like the humidity and then just the heat, man, hit like hundreds and fives up here in Dallas.
Dude,
no cloud cover.
That's normal here. We go through at least 3 months of the year where every day is triple digits. That's normal. And then the heat index
rough here too, man.
It's insane. Yeah, that's normal life here, though. Like you need a rebreather for 3 months out of the year. Old people don't go outside for 3 months out of the year. They die unless you're in your 90s, and then they wait for those triple digits so they can put a jacket on and go cut their grass.
COVID ain't got shit on this Georgia heat out here, boy.
No, I think
right now it's taking old folks out like crazy, is what Mark's saying. I mean, that's the way they go outside, they die.
They die.
It's so abysmal.
Was it the COVID? No, ma'am, it was the heat.
Yeah,
Georgia. That's what got them.
At least we don't have it as bad as like some of those people in India and certain parts of India where they go outside in their flip flops on the fucking street and then their flip flops melt as they're trying to walk across.
What is it over in Death Valley? Like that part of the year where it hits like on the norm like 120 and it's just dry heat. So it's completely different. It's not like a heat index. That's just straight heat.
Yeah. Like in Las Vegas, we went to Las Vegas for my 30th and we got dry heat out there and it's better, but it's hot. And it's like
straight heat.
It's straight heat, but you ain't got no humidity, so your balls ain't sticking to the inside of your leg. So it's a little bit better, but like it's hot, man.
Mentioned his balls,
dude. Right now, I'm in Kansas, and today it hit 70 degrees, and tomorrow it's supposed to snow. Like we're out here in shorts and a parka because we have no idea how to dress.
That's Dallas weather too, bro. Oh my god,
dude, so crazy.
I forgot you live in Dallas,
I'm in Indianapolis, and it's supposed to be
Dallas,
like 35 degrees.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
Yeah, all same thing here. Like in the morning, I'll be wearing my Under Armour pullover. I'll get in the truck. When the sun comes up, I'll be sweating to death and can't. But then you get in the truck in the afternoon. It's like, oh my god, why is the damn heat on?
Yeah,
like
that's
a 35-degree swing in the day through morning to evening right now. It's weird.
Yeah, I'll do the same thing. Get out and it's like 44 degrees outside, and I've got my shorts, and then I've got my light sweater, and then I get to work, and I'm sitting in my hostler truck trying to do moves and shit around the yard, and it starts to heat up, and then I go to lunch, and I sit in the truck, turn on. It's like, why is the heater on? Turn this shit off.
Yep.
This is the
I'm
same
happy.
damn
I
thing.
no longer work outside for a living. I did that for 10 years, and now I work indoors in air conditioning, and I'm so happy.
I'm just glad that my truck that I have now has great air conditioning. Like, it's a 2015. It's good. It's solid compared to my previous vehicle, which had shit air conditioning. And you have to have good air conditioning here in Texas, otherwise we're just gonna die like the old people in Alabama. I mean Georgia. Whatever.
Georgia, yeah. Alabama, they probably ain't doing too well either.
No.
Probably not.
Yeah.
That soil isn't
constantly
red for nothing.
flip-flopping. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
constantly flip-flopping with my job. I'll be inside for 30 minutes to an hour, then I'll have to go swing to outside. So I'm constantly walking back in, soaking wet.
No, I'm good. I did that.
Then, when you're sweating and you come inside in the air conditioner, all of a sudden you get the chills.
You're just like, I'm stuck.
I'm just outside all the time, pulling
I'm-
cable on asphalt,
Bro.
no cover.
I work on phones. It's wonderful.
I'm totally cool with being outside. Like, outside is where it's at. Like, I'm totally down for it.
I couldn't sit at a desk.
I don't sit at a desk, but I did manual labor outside for 8 years, and I got over it quickly. And now I work on phones, and that's wonderful.
I work with animals. It's absolutely a blast.
Wait, like these animals or like actual animals?
These are animals, but
Right.
different species of animals than these.
There you go.
Oh,
I don't work with apes. I hang out with apes.
That's over. The apes are over on the Wall Street Bets subreddit. That's where all the apes are. All right, fellas, I'm gonna call it for the night. I want to say thank you for everybody coming on. It's getting that time for my bedtime, and I know it's well past Dustin's bedtime. So
it is.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys, for showing up. I very much appreciate it.
This week, baby, don't forget.
Friday. It's
Friday.
So good.
We're all going to be watching it.
Train wreck.
So just letting you guys know, next Monday, I don't know if I'm going to be doing a Jibber Jabber because it's my wife's birthday. So
probably shouldn't. Let me
If she
just.
loves you, she'll let you.
Don't do
so
You want
we
to take
were
over the Monday night spot? This is our chance. We've been talking about it for months.
So we might, depending on what time we get done, like doing our thing and whatnot, we might do a live together. So we'll see how it goes. But the next Monday night Jibber Jabber is going to be in May on the 3rd, and I'm going to have Nemesis Prime on, and we're going to be talking Star Wars. So
nice.
That's what we're going to be doing. I got some Star Wars spec books coming in the mail, so that's going to be the next one. So make sure you stay tuned. Also, make sure you go check out everybody's channel that's showing up here tonight. Yes, Panda is awesome, hitting the 500 mark over
Friday
here,
night
hitting
auction.
700.
Up at the auction on Friday
Also,
night.
yes, the auction. Skeff, Comic Knowledge, myself, and Comic Man Andy will be doing the auction, the first Skeff's comic auction on Friday night at 9 p.m. Eastern, right? Eastern. Okay.
Hell yeah.
So make
I'll
sure
be
you
there.
show up there. I might sell some stuff. I don't know, but I'll definitely be
I
there
have-
for color
I
commentating.
have a shit ton of stuff to sell. That's all really good stuff. So
Yes.
Dude,
All right.
Your werewolf by night. I don't know, man. I want to get it for the price you got it.
All right, fellas. Y'all have a wonderful night. Thanks for
Thank
stopping
you.
by. Peace out. Pinkies out for Comic Man Andy. We'll see
What's
you guys
up?
later.